Okay, I know where they're fighting. Alright. Alright.
This is nice. That's cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. They are mixing up where we do the duel tournaments each week. I think that's pretty cool. I'm trying to find a little quiet spot just so we get a proper good view of things. That is garbage. Anyway, the first fight of the day is going to be, as I said before, Hydra versus Enigma. So as soon as I work out where to stand to watch this, I'll tell you who's on what. So Hydra, in fact, this could be... Dude, Hydra is running cost poisons.
I might just find a pro strat. Hang on.
I mean, he is cheating. Anyway, we have Hydra against Marks. Mark is going to be on the Magicka Sorcerer. He is going to be trying to stick in the burst against this Nightblade, it looks like, with Hydra. I think that Hydra is about to get disqualified, though. He's running cost poisons on his two-hander. It is against the rules to have a cost poison. Trying to see what's going on. He has a cost poison. That's a blue poison. He's got another poison on his bow, but that's fine. I'd like to see the Salk just win it anyway, but we'll see what happens. So, anyway, the Salk is now trying to put a lot of heat on this Nightblade. What this Salk needs to try and do... What was that burst? Well, I was about to say he needs to land it through the cloak, but he did anyway, so the fight is over already. Brilliant burst for the Salk. Pretty dominant in that fight. Hydra does go down, but he would have got DQ'd there anyway for the poisons. Whatever. Alright, pretty dominant first fight there. The Salk taking it down. Enigma, Alex's man of the hour, goes through. I think this spot's alright to see from. Not too bad.
Come to this spot.
Where are you?
On your left, like where everyone's standing, but you'll see me, trust me.
It's like a mosh pit there, right?
Now look. Look.
Oh, Process, how did you get up there?
Use my mind. It's quite a risky jump, but if you make it, it pays off.
So, where did he mount from? Here?
So, yeah, and then jump onto the sort of thing behind. You can do it, you don't have to be on that wall to do it, yeah. Okay, then.
Do you have to go from the high bit?
Yeah, and then go back on your mount.
Oh man, this is scary. My mount's only speed 1 here, dude.
Mine's is only speed 1.
This is almost more exciting than the Jaws. Oh, so close.
Oh.
We'll get there, guys. Once we're up there, we've got a great angle. This is worth the sacrifice. Nice. Great find, dude.
Yes.
Alright. Moving on to the next fight, we are going to have Silora against Drizzt. So Drizzt is going to be playing the Dueled and Resto DK last time I saw him. No idea if he'll still be on the same thing. He's going to be against Silora. I can't see what class he is. I'm going to assume that's going to be a Stam Nightblade just based on his max health here. It's not the most health. I really doubt that's a DK. I doubt it's a Templar. It could also be a Stam Salk, potentially. We're about to find out. It is. It's a Stam Nightblade. He's siphoning attacks coming onto his bow bar there. He's going to be against the Resto and Dueled here of Drizzt, who is playing a pretty interesting Salk style. So he plays with Empowering Chains to try and get a similar playstyle to the Nightblade. That's a fairly early defensive ulti there. He does take a huge burst from the Nightblade. So both players now kiting. This is a difficult matchup for the Nightblade. As a stamina Nightblade, probably the worst possible matchup he could get. It's extremely hard to deal with those dots with the poor healing that Nightblade has. The Nightblade needs to find a way to get into Cloak, and if he's not running Shadow Image, which he is not only is he not going to have Mind and Maim to reduce that damage, but he is really going to struggle to get out of this fire damage. And unless he lands a God Burst pretty early, this fight is going to be over. Yeah, he does go down. That's going to come down to skill choice. As with every other week, if you haven't seen this previously, generally speaking, the first few fights can be very fast unless we get a pretty close draw. As you progress, the fights will be more closer skill boundaries. That's how the whole bracket's set up. If you want to see that, drop into my stream. !bracket will give you all the details. And you can see how things are going from there. So, pretty decisive fight there. So, one of our stream friends coming in here, Speed Kills. He's going to be playing the heal over time magic that we saw last week. But I saw him playing this earlier. Last week, obviously, was pretty decisive no-go. He did get destroyed. This week, I think he's got a fair bit of damage, and actually there is potential here. He's going to be against Drexel. That's looking like Magic and Nightblade to me from here. He is running Mines as well, so he's going to have good control against the Fear if he's choosing to run that. It's going to depend whether he goes for Reach in the end. I feel this spot is a bit annoying with that wall, isn't it?
Yeah.
I might join those guys at the back after this one. Okay, so big burst coming in. Doesn't even get through the heals there of Speed Kills with the Merciless and the heavy attack into Reach. That is a good sign for Speed. Speed obviously with a good amount of survivability. The question is, can Speed get any control? Now, he's playing with his Mines lovely here, but because of that lack of shield, it's going to be very difficult to actually ever get onto the offense. I'd love to see it work. Again, he's just doing this for a different playstyle. I have no idea what gear he's in. He's running with Shadow Rend, so I would assume Necropotence. I guess we'll find out. He is out of stamina here. It's going to be over. It's a shame. I wanted to see my stream friend win there. Obviously, going for the playstyle that is different is exciting. Does it always pay off? I'm afraid to say not in this case. It can be pretty difficult to play those different builds, but it's very cool to see him running something different. Obviously, we will get people, especially towards the later stages, running complete custom duel builds, really extremely knowledgeable about those duel builds, and it will be a lot more intense fights. I'll do my best to commentate over everything, though. And chat, if you ever have anything you want to input, any questions, of course, feel free. Alex?
Yes.
Do you think you could have beaten everyone so far?
Yeah. It's, I haven't seen anyone who's caught my attention yet.
You feel on Sweet Ski even, you're level 2, you reckon you could take them on?
Yeah, just give me an opponent and I'll kill them.
Alright, you do that, man.
With my one buff that I've got.
Okay, next fight is looking like an exceptional fight. I say that, it's actually going to be pretty one-sided. But it's going to be Cody against Tuffy. Tuffy was our big fan favourite yesterday, though he was on a Maj DK. I'm not sure if he's still on a Maj DK right now. I see a staff. Maybe he's chosen to stay with staff. I don't know if that's an ice staff. It's something I did mention to him worth testing. He has now gone past battle leveling. He is a vet character. He's got Scoria on there as well, so it's going to be a big benefit. I'd love to see him apply some of the lessons he learned in last week's tournament with all that Flames, Oblivion, Talons, Fossilized, etc. He was playing very, very well. Definitely really hot competitor last week to win. That being said, he's against the Stamina Warden, so he might as well just forfeit because no chance. He's going to be against Cody on his Stamina Warden. Not only is he against the Stamina Warden, which in my opinion is nigh unkillable in a dueling environment, he's against Cody, who's also really super good. I feel for Tuffy here, but even if he does end up losing this, which I would consider a high likelihood, he will still go into the losing bracket and obviously has a chance to progress from there. He's running Dueled and Resto, I think, here. An interesting choice, not what I would have gone for. Is he even on a DK? I can't quite tell. Cody seems AFK right now, maybe crashed or something. Haven't seen him go into the arena yet. I saw him run across just now. I guess we're going to have a brief break here while Cody does come into the fight. Chat, predictions. What do you think is going to go? Actually, I'll tell you how I can see, whilst we're waiting for Cody here. We can quickly search him in the roster. Apparently we can't. So let's search Tuffy. Tuffy is going to be... Oh, he's not. He's on a Magica Templar. Okay. I like that. Something different. I don't know how much of a choice I feel Maj Templar is going to have on 23k health. That's very, very one-shottable. That being said, if he's running a super high damage build, especially if that's a lightning staff on the back bar, there is a chance he could put out some nice damage. I'm just hearing word from my chat that Cody crashed, so a brief delay on the fight. From Tuffy's perspective, this is a really brutal matchup. It's going to be very easy to get one shot. However, in Tuffy's defense, if he's running a lightning staff, he's going to have pretty good control of Cody when he's in close range. You get a little wave from our fan favorite there as well. I like to see that wave. It looks like Cody's back in business now. So, I'm going to give you a bet here, Alex. Stam Warden versus Maj Templar with under 25k health. How long's the fight going to last?
Wait, who's got under 25k health?
The Maj Templar. He's against a Stamina Warden.
The burst on Stam Warden is pretty insane. Like, I would put my money on the Stam Warden winning. Yeah,
I think it's going to be pretty decisive. What the... What on earth was that? I mean, it was beautiful. It was like fireworks. I mean, we have to do that at the end of the fight. Get a mass fireworks celebration. That was beautiful.
That was nice.
I don't know what Cody's up to. Did he crash again? God knows. Who knows? Cody is going to be going against Tuffy very, very shortly. We are going to see them go in. Cody is now moving into the fight arena. You do see, obviously, our fellow Templar down here, Tuffy. They're busy all rezzing people. They can't be on TeamSpeak. They even timed the res to perfection. That's absolutely beautiful. Well done to Aminosity there. That is phenomenal. And the slow walk just to celebrate. I love it. Truly love it. We're going to be starting up this next fight. So Stamina Warden against Magica Templar. I'm praying that's a Lightning Staff. It's a Frost Staff. Okay. Well, he's not going to get any roots here. So Reach is already a nice dead skill. He is using Eclipse. Excellent choice of skill. He's also got Overwhelming and Scoria. So in terms of damage output, he's going to be really high. I think the issue here is he's not going to have the survivability. He's got no form of defense. And unlike the Maj DK that we saw previous week, I think that unless he gets his kill within the first 10 seconds of the fight, I already, if this fight is over now, he is just never going to get back on the offense. That damage from the Warden is going to be so high. I think, unfortunately for Tuffy, he's in big trouble here. The only chance I see Tuffy having is respawning, relogging to a Stamina Warden, leveling up, practicing Stamina Warden, and then hitting Cody's internet off. He does go down, guys. Cody takes the win there. Pretty decisive fight. It's nice to see Tuffy playing a different class. I wish he was on a Maj DK. He played it so well last week. A bit of a shame to see. You do need to play a tankier setup than that. If we're talking sort of dual setups for Templar, anyone interested at home, generally what we're talking about is going with some sort of combo like Necropotence, Shadow Rend, and Soulshine, very common on PCEU, and trying to get your Soul Strike in with that buff, using the Eclipse just before and Power Light just before. How that works is your Eclipse is really good damage. They're going to have to CC break that. If they do, they're going to lose block for a sec. If they don't, they're going to kill themselves, essentially. With the Soul Strike, you're then going to proc your Power Light, and you can get some huge, huge bursts there, especially if you're ticking Vampire Bane in as well, and that's a really brutal combo. That being said, I've not played much with Templar. I'm not an expert on the class, so maybe I'm wrong. But certainly on PCU, that's a dual standard for that class, and it's very, very strong. I think in that light armor setup, perhaps a little squishy without a shield. Maybe with Harness, it could be working. Who knows? Anyway, next fight is going to be Jake against High Policy. So Jake is going to be on the Magic DK here. I'm trying to work out what class our other partner is on. Any idea yet?
Stam DK, I think.
Definitely Stamina.
There's a DK, he's got
oh, he's got Volatile, I see it.
Yeah,
alright, so we've got Stamina DK against a Magicka DK here. Pretty interesting matchup. He's running Troll King here. I don't know whether it was in the rules or not. If anyone wants to check that exclamation mark rules, we'll see. So Troll King's going to be very, very difficult to kill. I couldn't quite see who was running it, actually. But it's not going to be an easy job for either of those players to kill, as it happens to be the case. Both of their players are largely dot-based builds. Getting that bursting is going to be super hard. I can already tell you that this fight has a huge chance of being a stalemate. I'm not really seeing massive damage from either player. I'm not really seeing any huge control from either player. If I had to put my money on someone here, who would you be going for so far from what you've seen, Alex?
Maj DK.
Yeah, I'm completely in agreement here. I think the Maj DK is the only one who's even moving their health here. I haven't really even seen the Magicka DK's health drop. Never know. We could see that the Stamina DK running a cool setup, something like Alchemist. I'm really waiting for that to brew a massive burst. I know there are some very experienced Stamina DKs have been running that on PCEU. Take Krast for instance. Krast Blackheart. Brilliant, brilliant Stamina DK. You can see those sort of comments. And actually right now we're seeing a decent pressure. But again, it's just no burst there. And he needs to find that burst combo. This is where things like Dizzying Swing can be useful. I personally don't like Dizzying Swing. I think that he is going the right way. I just don't know if he's stacking quite enough damage to get through them here. So, both players pretty defensive. Both going up to full health now. Not really much progress. The Magicka DK, big pressure on the Stamina player. I don't know what set he's using. I'm trying to see. I haven't seen Burning Spell, but maybe I'm just blind. Generally, you're going to see that on the arms. He'll get a little orange glow around his arms. So, just keep an eye out for that. I think he's running Resto ulti. I could be wrong. Oh, big burst! Whoa. Oh, the slam dunk from the Stamina DK. Waiting for the heavy attack. This is something we mentioned last week, and it was played perfectly. A lot of these players are running fairly duelish builds, using a relatively sustained setup. Sorry, relatively low sustained setup. When they're getting that heavy attack, that is the time to turn the heat on, and the Standard DK did that perfectly. He saw the heavy attack from the Resto, jumped in, and instantly nuked. I'm just hearing from the chat that he's running Sun on his Duel, so there we go, that's his setup. I guess he's running something like Sun and X, whatever that may be. Brilliant burst from the Standard DK. The sudden takedown, it was well played, so nothing wrong with that at all. It is. I mean, Stam DK is really, really strong with Sword and Board. It pairs very well. So, next fight is going to be Dangaroth, or Dangorth. My apologies for that name. That is almost unpronounceable. We're going to call him Captain Hams and Witch. Oh, Captain Ham Sandwich. I got it now. I like that. He's going to be against...
Oh, yeah.
We got a full course dinner here. We got chicken legs against ham sandwich. It's a perfect combination. If you had to say you're going out to a restaurant, Alex, would you take the chicken legs or the ham sandwich?
Chicken legs.
Yeah, me too, mate. So I'm already hoping he's winning. We got the Stamina Templar against Magicka Templar. Magicka Templar being our Oh dear.
Oh.
A Magic Templar being in seriously bad straits.
Oh.
See, we should have taken the cheaper menu, mate. We should have gone for the ham sandwich. Ham sandwich taking him down pretty quickly at the start of the fight there. Relatively one-sided fight. Again, something that I haven't done previous weeks. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know if you want me to change how I do anything about this. I'm going to try taking the chat a bit more because I didn't really have a chance to do that. So, Shadzilla says, I love gingers. They're so sexy. You're mistaken, mate. That's just me. Simeon Vic says, Blob, what is a good set for stamina sustain that comes in jewellery? Bone Pirate. I mean, pretty safe way to go, to be honest. You could also go for Shadow Walker if you're playing a Nightblade. I quite like that. And Ivan says, just notice how Blobs looks like a young Ian McKellen. I'm going to quickly look that up and just make sure he's not ugly. If he's handsome, I'll take it. If he's not, I might have to put a timeout. Oh, he's rich. I guess that's what matters. Oh, that's Ian McKellen. All right, next fight we're moving on to here is going to be Josh Lenore versus Alan. So Josh Lenore is a phenomenally good DK. Really, really brilliant Magic DK. He is also running Shadow Rend here, which is a super good choice for Jaws and Burning. Oh my god, the damage from that other guy though. Jesus Christ almighty. He's against Aspect of Death. Looks to be on the Magicka Nightblade maybe? Yeah. Oh, I like it. He's running Resto and Jeweled. I love him already. He's running with a Resto and Jeweled setup. I've seen this sort of setup in the past. He's not running Necro. Interesting choice not to run Image, unless I'm mistaken. And he's not running Wizard's Supposedly either. So he's got no minor main right now, which is a pretty negative situation. He's also running the ground-based Fear. Now, this is quite common to see in Jaws. I have one big issue with this, and it's not easy to time burst around it. It's a good skill in terms of defense, but it's not got the offense on it. I have seen good players perform with it, and we'll see what happens here. It's going to be a case of wait and see, I suppose. So, both players not really moving health. I do believe Josh Lenore so far has performed strongest. I'm seeing a lot of double cast buffs there, for example, from the Mage Nightblade with a double mutagen. That being said, I'm wrong. He's done mutagen then siphoning attacks. My apologies. He's actually playing good with his buffs. That being said, I have seen some really strong bursts from the Nightblade, and I do believe that if the Nightblade patiences this out, he does have a chance to get through. It's a tough matchup. It's very, very difficult to get through that. Generally speaking, when you've got Mage Nightblade against a Magicka DK, it's about waiting for that opportunity, turning the heat on. If it doesn't work, get out of there. But he is playing a melee blade, so he's not going to have to worry about Reflect quite as much. I don't think Josh has even selected it for this fight, and that's going to give him a good chance in this scenario. Alex, so far from what you've seen, anything to say?
How come...
Careful, before he speaks this, I'm going to warn you, this is probably not constructive. Carry on.
No. It's about how come the Mage DK isn't using Scoria? I thought that was a lot more like... Yeah,
this is very dual scenario based. To be honest, a lot of people probably won't know this at home. So Scoria is really, really good in damage. But one interesting buff to get in Jaws is Mine and Maim, because it's not easily got on most classes. And if he's choosing to run 2 damage sets, raw out damage sets, although it's not going to give that much burst, Shadowrun is still giving a good amount of damage, especially in terms of dot pressure, but it's also going to give him Mine and Maim on his opponent, which is 15% less damage, and that's really going to help him keep control on the tempo of the fight and save going on the defense too much. It's going to allow him to be tanky despite being high damaging. You're noticing the big issue here, of course, is that to get the burst without the Scoria is a lot harder against these tankier opponents. Mage Nightblade, even without that set, oh my god, a huge burst! Oh, but the counter! Oh, both of them playing really good on the defense. Both of those could have had that. I love the turn-ons from this guy. If I was to throw a guess on what Alan's running, I think we're talking something like Alchemist. He must be running a super high set with a fair bit of downtime. I'm trying to see his max health. His max health is 24k. Maybe he's not running Alchemist. We could be talking something like Spell Pack Cure here, War Maiden, and X. I'm just noticing he's waiting quite a while for getting that burst up, and it could be he's just waiting for the Merciless, saving the Magicka. I'm not sure. Hard to say. I guess we'll find out in the future. Either way, we do see a pop there. So if he does go for the burst here, Alchemist is a possibility. I don't think it's Alchemist personally. The way he's played, I would doubt it. On his back he seems to be running Minor Vitality Poison. So that is going to give him a small heal debuff on his opponent. But it's also going to give him 8% healing. That's that green glow you are seeing there. The other thing that could be on the green glow is a Vulnerability Potion, which gives him 8% more damage. So again, it's also possible if he's running debuff trackers that he's going to be using that to time his burst. It's difficult to get through the DK. Not the easiest. I'm also not entirely hot on the Argonian choice. In most scenarios, I like Argonian. I think if you're not running Funnel, I personally prefer going with a damaging race and just sustaining my stamina through a glyph on the resto staff. But each to their own. If it's working for him, it works for him. We're going to see that burst again come in from him. That soul harvest, massive merciless. My god, that hits so hard when it's through the block. The DK just struggling to get that burst in right now. I would like to see him try and time that Flames of Oblivion a little bit more. We know he's a good player, but it's not going to be easy for him to get the kill here. I'm going to throw this to the chat. Chat, from what you can see so far, do you think either of these players are going to get a kill? And if so, who do you think is going to get it? Big burst from the Nightblade, and he gets it. What a kill. Oh my god, beautiful play. The in-cap into the Merciless and finishing it off with that impale there. I think it was an impale. It might have been a concealed, really cancelled. What a kill. Out of absolutely nowhere. I would have thrown it to the Nightblade in the first place. Nightblade had the kill potential there. The DK just lacking on the burst, but what a kill. Brilliant, brilliant kill. Everything played beautifully there. Really, really excellent. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Go. I mean, he played really good there, but he's not going to kill Cody on a Warden. It's not possible to lose on a Stamina Warden. It's going to be a case of who gets second place here, unless there is another Stamina Warden. Disclaimer for everyone watching at home, at YouTube or whatever, there is a ton of people in this week. There are so many people. I think in total we're talking about 24 members, maybe even more. 22... hard to see from there. I think it's 22 members. I could be wrong. Next fight is going to be Quantum. Very, very good Magsork, I believe. I've seen him. He's going to be against whatever in God's name that name is. We're going to call him Divock. Because that's about the only thing there that I can remotely pronounce. Oh, Quantum's on a Maj DK. Okay, that changes things up. I did not know he was a Maj DK. Quantum's going to be there on the Maj DK. He's going to be against Divock, as we're going to call him. Divock playing that Magica Templar there, I believe. It is a Magica Templar indeed. Good morning, Pirate. Pleasure to see you, dude.
Call him Fraxy. That's a cool name.
Fraxy.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading anyway when I see it.
We'll juggle it. Fraxy, Divock, it's all the same thing. He's going to lose anyway. No, actually, he is a Maj Templar here. So, losing aside, I take that joke back. Honestly, Maj Templar are a huge advantage in this matchup. Not RNG or anything. He does have to play very, very carefully, of course. He's got to play properly. But in terms of the fight, he's on a massive advantage. Purify against the DK is major bad news. DK has a lot of dots that they have to build up to get anywhere. In one click, that Templar is going to clear almost all of that away. And it's a very, very strong skill against that DK. Honestly, the Templar doesn't need to look to burst this. Something that I've seen the really, really good Templars do in the past in duels, including against my own Maj DK, is literally just dot your opponent up, stick a little bit of pressure on, but make sure that you're purifying any heal. If you purify the second whip, so before that second whip, and the Ember heal, your opponent will not get any heals. They're going to die. It's very likely that a lot of these DKs even are not running Dragon Blood at all, though this one has, so lucky him. And it's just going to be exceptionally hard for them to actually get that kill. Both of these players now full health. I've not really seen much burst from the Templar. I'd like to see him use that Eclipse a bit more aggressively. It does have the option to be used aggressively with the ultimate. I've also not quite seen his ultimate choice. Have you seen him ult yet?
No, I haven't seen him ult.
Oh, there it is. Okay, he's using Crescent Sweep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be realistic with you. I can't see the Templar getting the kill here. I think with Crescent Sweep, it's a brilliant ulti open mod, in my opinion. I think in terms of getting a kill against a tanky DK, life's going to be really, really hard here. I don't think he's going to get very far. Quantum now putting a big amount of pressure. This is a good chance for a kill there. That Purify coming in. Most of that work gone. And Purify again. All of that work now completely gone with the DK. Another 15 minutes to get anywhere again for him. Good Eclipse here. I'd like to see him put some burst in right now. Doesn't quite get it, but those dots are ticking away. Like I said, if he just breaks down that healing of his opponent will die. And you can see that right now. Quantum on 24%, desperately trying to get those heals off. All this Templar needs to do, dot, Eclipse, purge. And he can win this fight simply by doing that. It's completely possible for Scoria alone to win this fight if he manages his Purify well. Won't need any other skill. I honestly believe the Templar is going to win by doing that. The way he's played suggests that he may be listening at stream. I know full well as a DK how frustrating that is. In the past, I've lost to some much, much weaker players. I've lost to strong players simply because I can't heal. And in a dual environment, that's a really big problem, especially if he's running a debuff. I haven't quite seen if he's running Reverb on that one-head shield. I guess we'll find out. So, both players now about mid-health. DK trying to put some burst on. We are not seeing Flames of Oblivion. Quick note that you can see the Templar is running Wizard Riposte. You'll see that blue debuff on our DK opponent right now. Big burst. And the heal coming in, of course. I hate Templars. You like Templars, Alex?
Nope.
No one likes Templars today.
I I don't know if this is going to go anywhere, to be honest.
I think this will get a kill. I honestly think the Templar's going to kill him. Both players here with kill potential. The DK's the only one with any damage. Let's be real here. The Templar has no damage at all. But if that Templar plays smartly with his Purge, he's already nearly killed by accident his opponent. If he plays smartly with that Purge, he can clear it up. It's completely possible. He just needs to manage getting rid of Embers and getting rid of that Whip heal. The DK will die by lack of heals. At the moment, I think he's under-purifying. I think he's casting a little too many wasted skills, to be quite honest with you. I've seen him overcast his Vampire's Bane a couple of times. I'd like to see that Eclipse up 100% of the time. As soon as it's possible to put it back on, bang it back on. I don't really want any downtime there. One thing I would mention about the DK here, we've talked about the Templar a lot, is the DK is very, very smartly playing the counter to this. And it's not a perfect counter, it's still a very rough matchup for him. But he's using his Talons beautifully. He's making sure that before he builds up his Ember combo or his Whip combo, he's getting Talons in. A lot of people won't know this. Talons is 3 debuffs. You've got a Root, you've got a Dot, and if you take Mind of Mem, you also got... Sorry, there is one other thing. I forgot what the other thing is. Something. Disorientate, that's the one. So you're going to have 3 debuffs to purge there. That Talons is your best solution around it. However, Talons is very, very expensive. Oh, here we go. This is that scenario that I was telling you about. Those heals. Does get an ulti in to save himself there, luckily. It's very, very rough for him. So, anyway, back on Talons. 3 debuffs. Purify is going to be getting rid of 5 debuffs. 3 of those are Talons. There is a chance the DK can keep his heals up if he manages his Talons well. In scenarios like this, I honestly fossilize a lot less. A good Templar is going to, as soon as they get fossilized, CC break, purify. And when they do that, that second whip is not going to proc. That DK is going to get no heal. They're going to be stuck. And not only that, he's going to clear up all of the previous work. His dots are still going to be working his opponent. Templar now pushing very, very low. If he eclipses now, I'd love to see an eclipse. Don't play passively. Put an eclipse. Oh, I should have put an eclipse there. If he put an eclipse, the DK could have honestly killed himself. Eclipse is really strong these days. A lot of you probably don't know what Eclipse does anymore. So these days, what Eclipse does. Eclipse will put a shield on your opponent. It does no longer completely only reflect. What it will do is when the opponent does direct damage to your opponent, it's going to basically absorb some of that damage and do it to your opponent. And it's a lot. It's a big heal. It's big damage. And it's very, very easy to kill yourself. I don't know if someone crashed it. Where they've just gone for sort of... Maybe you saw Captain Ham sandwich and got hungry or something. I don't really know what's going on here. Okay, Quantum crashed apparently. I think they've paused the fight. I think they're all on Discord right now. So, unfortunately, it's going to be a lot of crashes. I have the feeling. Duel Cody while we wait for a stalemate. You do realise that I'm level 3 with a 2-hander and no skills, right? Who knows? Each to their own. Yeah, I have a feeling this might be spot related. There seems to be a lot of crashes for our opponents right now. I already think you could actually verdict that fight right now, and I honestly think that you have to vote. Well, I don't really know how you can vote, actually. How would you vote there, chat? My issue is, right, in that matchup, the Templar is going to win. He is going to win. I don't see a scenario where the DK kills him. I do see a scenario where the Templar can kill him. I truly do. I think the Templar eventually will out-purify him, quite honestly. In the grind of a fight, the Templar will win. That being said, I think it's such a rough matchup for the DK that he can't really do anything at all there. It is exceptionally hard for a Magicka to beat a Templar. In this case, I think the DK was struggling a bit around that Purify. I think I would give it to Templar. But, yeah, I think that it's difficult to put like a hard judgment in. I guess it'd be worth giving them like another 3 or 4 minutes once our player logs back in after yet another crash. Not the best advertisement for the game, and we've got a good amount of viewers on Twitch right now. But it's how the life goes. Chat, good opportunity here for you to throw anything to me or Alex. Personal questions, you know, nothing politics. Chats about the game.
Personal questions.
Whatever you fancy.
Tapped out right now.
If anyone was using Dawnbreaker instead of the Spear ulti, the Spear ulti is good. It has its scenarios where it's strong. Yeah, it has its place. Afri says, what size shoes do you wear? I wear a 13, but it depends. If I'm wearing like soccer / rugby / whatever boots, I have to take a 14 because they're really narrow and it hurts. No one likes those boots.
I'm an 11.
Alex is an 11, see, he's tiny. You know what they say about small shoes as well. What can I say?
Oh, come on.
Well, speaking of that topic, Ivan says throw a sausage at someone. I better not throw it, mate, because cause some damage, mate. Is there a link to the brackets? If you want to see the brackets, it'll always be in my Twitch. I'll also leave it to the previous week in case anyone wants to see it. If you want to see it, just exclamation mark bracket at any point. Easy to see. Janelle says these tank duels are boring. I don't think either of these are tanky. I think it's just a rough matchup. Anyway, it looks like they're going to take a brief break here and move on to the next fight. I think they'll come back to that one perhaps. I don't know what they're going to do there. I haven't heard a vote or anything. This is going to be Vovik against True Story. I don't know what True Story is. I know that Vovik is a Magic and Nightblade. Looks like True Story is as well. This should be a really good fight. Magic Nightblade is a really interesting fight style. Seeing a very key skill coming from Vovik that I have not yet from True Style, which is that Shadow Image. And I think that's going to be very, very dominant. It's going to keep 100% mine and main time in that 1v1. I have no idea why he cast a barrier. I think he has that as a back bar ulti for the regen and accidentally cast that. Poor dude. The struggles, what can I say? I want the other guy, not Vovik, to win because Vovik's jumping. I'm going to be real here. Vovik is destroying this guy right now. This other guy is struggling to get... Oh, that being said, come on, baby! Oh, big burst there. Even with the Scoria, very, very strong. Alright, Keda throwing out that my stream will determine the next stalemate if there is one. Fine by me. I'll just make sure I stay completely unbiased there. That way we got a nice decision. So, Vovik and True Story now coming in. Big burst from Vovik. True Story getting his shield up just in time here. Okay, I do understand why True Story is not running the image now. So, True Story has gone for Wizard Riposte it as his set. You're going to see that debuff come on Vovik. I'm pretty sure I saw it there. Yeah, there it is. So, that's why he's got it. He does have his minor main. Pretty key to dual environments. Very, very strong skill. Both players are in a fairly similar skill set here, though True Story is struggling a bit for healing. I think that his CP may be slightly weaker, or he may have slightly less damage. Often, honestly, in a Nightblade versus Nightblade scenario, most damage will win. It can simply be that. Without the heal debuffs, which are completely disqualified here, yeah, I think that's the way. Here we go. Oh, big burst. Vovik in big trouble here. What the hell was that? Oh, it was an image. Okay, I thought I just lagged. It was a bit sliddy. Vovik in big, big trouble. Dire straits and really low on resources. If True Story can keep this offense, this is completely over. Lets off the pressure a bit too much there. He should have kept that completely locked down there. Honestly. Did someone really crash again? No? What's going on here? I don't know what's going on. They're back in business. Alright, I guess someone lagged there on Discord, like I said. We're back in business. Both players moving in for the offense. True Story taking a massive score here. He must be a vampire right now. I can't see him not being a vamp. I'd love to see his skin, but I just have a feeling that Vovik is not a vamp here, and True Story is a vamp. You'll notice very often when that Scoria connects, that True Story is taking some enormous damage. What on earth is going on today with these duels? Very, very, very rough. It's a rough day, guys. I think someone else crashed. Oh, wait. Apparently got knocked through the floor. I love it. So apparently Vovik got feared through the floor. Vovik is now underground, falling through space. Apparently, he got flame reach through the floor. Well, I suppose that's one way. Does that count as a lose or a win? I feel like morally Zeus won that fight. Should we move Zeus to the next bracket? I think we should move Zeus to the next bracket. We got a comment in the chat saying, I'm really enjoying the commentary. Informative and entertaining. Hey, I'm glad, dude. I hope that I can keep it as a proper commentary. I don't like to just read off, basically. So, I've been told that Vovik has given this match to TSNB. Oh, Vovik's just given the match, basically. I don't know if he's lagging or something, but basically True Story will go through there, if anyone's wondering. I'm just going to quickly confirm what's happening with the previous. Alright, they do confirm that the Magplar took the previous fight. So the Magplar does take the fight that we had previously against the DK. True Story is also going to take the Nightblade here. Anyway, moving on to the next. You should work as a commentator. I don't know, man. I can only really do badminton. As soon as I went for other sports, I'd be like, what do I do here? This is your forte, man, an esports commentator. Yeah, it's a rough area to get in there. Let's be real. I mean, this is Zeus. Can we really see that happening? It's going to be a rough day. Anyway, Seeing who moving on to the next fight, there is a brief pause here. Like I said, there's a lot of crashes today. It honestly might be to do with the volume of people. The turn up for these duel tournaments is getting bigger by the week. There are so many people here. In stream currently, between the people streaming this, I think we have over 800 viewers. It's a ton of people watching. It's rough. Next fight is going to be Alzides against Tenga. So, I like this choice. Stamina DK. Was that Faluza? He's an EU guy. I don't know if he's competing. We got Tanzard. He's going to be playing the Stamina DK, also with Flames of Oblivion. I think he's against another Stamina DK, unless that's Magica. He's against a Magica DK. All right. Alzide's choosing Grofdar here. Now, in a duel scenario, it can be a good choice. It's a lot of pressure. It's only going to be a good choice against low sustained builds. It's not really getting that burst. It's also, and this is commonly mistaken, blockable. So, in the scenario where he's trying to burst, if this player manages his stamina carefully, especially on a stam character, he honestly might be able to deal with that Grofdar pretty passively. And I think it's going to avoid set. Oh my god. I'm already giving this a stam DK. The stam DK very aggressive with this heal debuff. The stam DK, in my opinion, is a clear stronger player here. I'm seeing a lot of downtime of buffs from the Mag DK. Now, something interesting to note here that the Mag DK needs to make the most of and is not yet caught onto. The Mag DK has a chance to completely turn a fight where I believe he is a massive underdog in skill. Oh, I think it's over now. Is he low stamina? He's super low stamina. What this Mag DK needs to do is stay at range. You'll notice when he's going in for those whips, which has an 8-meter range, he is standing right next to his opponent. This Stam DK has neither forward momentum nor shuffle. It's too late now, but that Mag DK does go down. In that Mag DK's position, what he should be doing there is trying to keep the root and keep some range. He has no gap close, he has no shuffle, no forward momentum. That guy is not getting out of that route unless he roll dodges, and if he roll dodges, his stam is in serious trouble. Unless he slots an anti-snare, unless he slots a gap close, I think it's going to be a big trouble if he meets a good root build, especially a Mag Nightblade. He'll be screwed against. We'll see what happens. Stam DK does get the kill. I like that fight. Both of those guys with good damage. That is what matters. Can you turn off your UI? Not easily. I'm a bit special with that stuff. Next fight is going to be Enigma, our Sorcerer friend again. Alex's fan favourite. He's going to be against whatever on earth that name is. Young Nagato! I think I have to say that with some enthusiasm. Young Nagato is going to be against Enigma, Enigma. Mag Sork against Stamina Nightblade. Now this is Stamina Nightblade playing the bleed combo. Unfortunately for him, Sork is the one class that can deal with that relatively okay. Any stamina class, he'd be a pretty strong amount of damage. He's running a perfect setup here for a duel though. Bleed based setup, 7th Legion Fury, 7th Legion Truth, 7th Legion Ravager, something like that. His health is very high in that heavy armor. Definitely in a dual custom build here. This is not the sort of thing that will work open world. He's going to be putting in some massive burst. Already based on this build, I give him a strong chance to progress pretty far in this tournament, as long as he's a skilled enough player to deal with it. But in terms of build, he is a huge favourite here in my books. Does take a pretty big fall there, but I can't see the Sword getting the kill here. I really can't see the Sword getting through all of that health. There are so many people watching this. This is absolutely packed. It is crammed. The Nightblade now trying to get through those shields. I'd love to see that Nightblade make sure he's not wasting that incap. He wants to get the shield down a bit, get all of his bleeds stacked up, then go for the Merciless after the incap. That's a straight one shot. If he doesn't use that Merciless, he's going to struggle to get the one back, and I think the Sork's going to easily defend. That being said, chances of Sork getting the kill here, nigh impossible. I truly can't see the Sork getting the kill. I think the Nightblade would have to make a pretty bad mistake. That Nightblade in that heavy armor setup, all of that weapon damage, a ton of sustain. The Sork has no chance at blocking off those heavy attacks. I think that the Sork is going to lose this. It's just going to be a long fight, but we'll see how it goes. Very nice interrupt there. That's what I like to see. Someone interrupting a dark deal. Beautiful performance. I already like the Nightblade even more now. I want the Nightblade to win. I like someone who interrupts. Not too many people do that.
I want the Salk to win, because it's a Salk.
Each to their own, I suppose. So,
my favourite class.
Alright, so Salk now putting in some pressure. Trying to keep control of that fight. And actually, I believe that Nightblade might be pretty low on resources. I think he's not heavy attacking nearly enough. He should easily be sustaining this. I have no idea why he is ever leaving range. He should just be sat on his opponent right now. He's not fearing enough either. If he was fearing, he'd have that snare on his opponent. He wants to keep his opponent locked in. Oh, here we go. Big chance for a burst. Doesn't get it off, though. Bit of a delay there on the skills. He just wants to stay right next to his opponent. Heavy attack, ability. heavy attack ability. And if he does that, he's going to have complete lockdown on his fight. Big burst. Salk extremely low, but as the nature of Salk is full shields, full survival, he's going to be going up to full health in a second. Trap as well coming in from the Nightblade. Now that I did not notice him running, so that is going to be really rough now for the Nightblade. The Salk, sorry, for a few seconds he's going to have a pretty monstrous bleed on him. A shame that those axes didn't stack in. Definitely that Nightblade has a lot of procs up right now. He's hitting really hard. I think he's slightly under managing when he's going for those procs. Honestly, in terms of ability right now, I think the Salk is the stronger player. When I look at their playstyle, the Salk's buff duration, the way he's moving, apart from the jumping, I don't like jumping, the way he's fighting, etc., seems stronger. I think, unfortunately for him, he's just going to get outbuilt here. This is one of those sort of dual environments where a dual build is in a seriously massive advantage. And I think that the Nightblade is going to be nigh unkillable for that Salk. I think the Nightblade can get the kill here. I'd love to see it go to a jury's vote. If it went to a jury's vote, it comes down to chat's decision. I honestly don't know how I would vote here. Like I said, it's a tough one because the Nightblade has by far the more chance to get the kill. In my opinion, the Salk is playing better of the two. Ooh, and actually, big chance here. Can he get a CC in? Unfortunately, doesn't quite get that kill. The Nightblade really needs to stay on top of him. Get on top of him. Lock him down. That's all he needs to do. I'm trying to work out what sets this Nightblade is running. I think the Nightblade is in Troll King on his monster set. And then 7th Legion. And then one other set. Roughly what I can tell. But it's pretty rough to see. No interrupts coming in there. That's a pretty poor lack of punish there from the Nightblade. Salk now trying to keep a full lockdown on his opponent. Alex, I've overwhelmed you. Give me some commentary. Anything to say?
I'm not sure. I'm just enjoying the fight.
You're enjoying it. Well, I suppose that's something. It is a more interesting fight compared to some of the interesting ones, previous ones we've had. Both players are going to progress a few rounds at the bare minimum. You could tell that compared to some of the other players. They know what they're doing here. The Salk playing extremely well. The Nightblade in a very strong build here. In terms of the dual environment, it's going to be one of the very top dog builds to run that sort of bleed scenario. In cap as well, if you're stacking a lot of points per foul, it's a big heal debuff. And if you manage that carefully, that uptime, it's going to be rough going for the Salk. The Salk's never going to get a kill here. There is no chance in hell that Salk is going to get a kill. Unless the Nightblade plays extremely poorly.
Is the Salk using Dark Deal for stamp sustain? Or?
No, he's using that for Magicka sustain because he's normally using it after a CC especially. He's trying to cheapen it, so he's definitely using the stamina morph, I would say. I could be wrong. I would doubt he's using it for stamina sustain. It'd be pretty rough. Honestly, all that Nightblade needs to do now is lock that Dark Deal down. Dark Deal is not a skill that you should let go. It's easily interrupted. Just get on top of him. Interrupt every one of those Dark Deals. That Salk will run out of resources, and with your damage, with those bleeds and that burst potential in this sort of build, he will win the fight. At the moment, he's under interrupting. He needs to get on top of those interrupts. He needs to get there. Viewers, are you bored? If so, will you put a vote in? Kenneth is asking. Chat. And Alex, don't vote here. We'll vote afterwards. Chat. Who would you vote, Salk or Nightblade, based on this fight? We are going to largely go based on the chat's vote. Kenneth is happy to do that. He's running the tournament today. So, do you have a vote on who you think is going to be the best? And if so, if it's close, I'll let them go for a little longer. If not, take the vote. All right, I'm reading the chat here. Nightblade, definitely the predominant. I've given the leaders here the management. I've told Kenna I'd give it about 1 minute more. I do think a kill is possible, but it's going to be a pretty long job. I think it's a rough one here. Like I said, I feel the Salk is better, but I feel the Nightblade is always going to win this fight. So I agree with the chat vote here. I did stay entirely unbiased during the fight, in my opinion. If anything, I was probably more favourable to the Salk. I do agree that I think the Nightblade's more likely to get the kill.
Yeah.
It's one of those scenarios where it's build on build.
I've seen the Nightblade be more on the offensive side than the Salk anyway.
Alright, I also threw that to Kenna. So I said to Kenna the chat vote, and I also mentioned that obviously the Nightblade is clearly in a dual build. The Salk could easily be in an open world build. He's running Dark Deal and all of that, which is definitely not an open world. He's also in Troll King. We'll see. In the end, it's their vote. We'll see how they vote. I think Kenna may have crashed again. He didn't crash. Never mind. It was pretty mixed opinions, but definitely there was a dominant from the chat to vote the Nightblade. Yeah, it's rough. I mean, like I said, the Salk's in a big disadvantage here. In terms of that specific fight, I do believe the Nightblade is more likely to get the kill. I also feel that the Salk was the stronger player. It's rough. Like I said, the Salk was the stronger player, but the Nightblade was build against build, and yeah, it's rough. It's a tough scenario. Yeah. I'm just quickly telling the chat what I think after the opinion. So, yeah, the Nightblade does take it. It looks like they're going to be pretty confident with how the chat votes. The chat obviously voted in favour of the Nightblade, so the Nightblade is going to take it. That's generally what's going to happen in these tied scenarios. Anyway, moving on. We are going to be having Drex, Magic Nightblade against Drizzt on the Magic DK. So these are sort of some of the progression fights right now. We're going to see the Magic DK again running that Duel build with the interesting gap closer combo. Drex running the Magic Nightblade. I don't really know how to vote on this. DK does have the wings. I've already not seen him run that too well. I think neither of these players are likely to progress late stages. I haven't really seen anyone who's going to give Cody a run this week, to be quite honest with you. I think Cody's going to be pretty dominant here. It's tough. So, Nightblade now moving back. He is playing this perfectly. He's not letting the DK get very close to him. I love the choice of chains here, actually, and I have been known to run that myself. If I was running wings, would I run that? No, probably not. I think when you're running wings, you're better off just staying close and personal with a cast and using your wings as your mobility buff, quite honestly. If they can't root you, you could just walk in. It's entirely feasible. It does depend on his playstyle. He may be using that for the Empower. I guess we'll see how that wears out. In terms of the turn-up this week, I think that the average skill is probably slightly lower than previous weeks. The turnout is much higher. It may just be I've not seen everyone playing. I'm just noticing that this week there's a lot less kill potential from many people. I don't know if that's people are being defensive or people are a bit aggressive. I don't know how to say. Alex, opinions on this fight? Sorry.
I don't know. I think for the DK it's going to be a lot easier for him because obviously he's got the wings and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reflect most of the Nightblade's using funnel, isn't it?
Yeah, he is. I mean, this is something I've discussed quite a lot in previous weeks and will continue to discuss forever. Wings is an interesting skill because Wings is a very hard counter to casting builds, but it is very counterable as well, and a skilled player will sort of learn how to get around that. So what that skilled player wants to do as the Nightblade is they want to really use that wing time to just manage the magic of heavy attacks, get your dot up when you can through the wings, and just take it slow. The slower you take that fight, the better life is going to be. Right now, when that DK puts the heavy attack on, that DK is low on Magicka. He's now leaped, he's going to be up. At this point, the Nightblade in his position wants to keep a rough count. Anytime those wings are down, punish with cripple. That cripple is going to really be hurting that DK. Slowly build up the Merciless. Right there, he does get it in beautifully with the CC as well.
Oh.
And it gets the kill as well. You played it perfectly. Like I said, whenever you're against wings, take it slow, take it slow, take it slow, take it slow. Wait for the opportunity to punish, and as soon as those wings go down, get cripple up. Wait for the next wing opportunity, cripple up, cripple up, cripple up. Once you see in heavy attacks, a slow game style or whatever, that is your opportunity to punish through the wings. It's very doable, and he played it beautifully there, actually. Nice kill. Out of nowhere, he gets through the wings, gets the kill, so solid kills. So next fight is going to be Silora against Speed Kills. I want Speed Kills to win a fight in this build. I do. Speed Kills is going to be running the Heal Overtime Argonian Magsork. An interesting playstyle, I suppose. He's going to be playing against Silora. Alex, your main and Magsork. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is extremely likely and 1 is very unlikely, how likely are you to run a Sork without a shield?
So 10 being extremely likely. And if I wasn't to run a shield?
That would be 1. One would be extremely unlikely.
Yes, you'd always run a shield on a sword.
Yeah, it's rough. It's really rough. You've got a light armor. You've got no resistance buffs up there apart from your lightning form. No base resistance. It's tough. That being said, I want to see it work. I really do. I'd love to see it. I want to see if he's running lightning form. I wasn't actually watching last time, so an interesting thing to mention here is if he is running that sort of playstyle and trying just to make something interesting, it's cool to have. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see a different build win, or at least get through some fights. If he is running it, I would love to see him run lightning form, because lightning form is obviously going to give you that resistance buff, and that's going to be key. When you've got shields, doesn't matter too much. Those shields are going to be giving you some survivability. They're going to be giving you your mitigation because you have no resistances when your shields are up. Your resistances are unaffected. Speed kills crashing. Yeah, another crash, unfortunately, today. So we are going to move on to the very next fight. They're just going to skip that one for later. We're going to have Josh against Quantum. Quantum against Josh. Maj Decay, Sex Bomb action. The most beautiful class in the game. Until, of course, you check out my new Pet Silk build. Sellout confirmed. We're going to have two Maj Decays here. Both of them playing a different playstyle. The Ice Staff of Quantum. Really cool playstyle for the duels. Exactly what I would be running in a duel environment. You want to have that block ability, but also elemental drain. It's very, very strong in a 1v1. So it's a good choice by him. He's been playing against Josh, who runs a fairly different style. He normally goes Resto and Fire Distro. Today he's going to be running Resto and 1 and Shield, it seems. I think. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Oh, big burst. Comes out with a defensive leap there. So far, Quantum very, very strongly in favor of this fight. We'll see how this progresses from now. But yeah, so far, Quantum pretty dominating here. In terms of setup, I much prefer it. I'm not going to comment on the misform. People know my opinion on that, especially in Jules. Oh my god, Josh, come on! Oh, no way! That is an absolutely major upset. That is a disaster from Quantum. Quantum getting out of stamina and Josh instantly locating the punish, turning on the fist, entering entrance, and straight through he goes. Josh going through Quantum like a truck. Quantum goes down with a lack of stamina. My god, Quantum had such control on that fight and just over blocking that bit, losing the CSC and losing the fight. Good takedown by Josh, spots the opportunity and takes him down. So he played it beautifully out of absolutely nowhere. Speed kills now back. I think they are going to move back onto our heal over time sorcerer. I think this is going to be a fairly easy million for Cody here, guys. That is very rough. Running out of stamina. That's not a great scenario. I don't know if they're going to go for the speed kills. They've advertised Cody versus Demigod of Sparta. I don't know if they're going to play that or speed kills. There will still be a few people you've not yet seen fight. If you're just tuning in at home, if you're watching YouTube, again, there are some late fights. Some people, because of the amount of turn up this week, are going to come late. They are going to go with the speed kills. So speed kill Silora is going to go first. He is running lightning form. That's good to see. So it's going to have that resistance buff with all of that healing. This will be tough. This is going to be really tough because that Stam Light Blade's running a burst combo. That is not great news for a heal over time build, especially with Incap if you stack up a foul. That being said, yes, speed kills with the takedown out of nowhere. The big boy burst. 28k health. Who cares? Speed kills has damage. What a kill. Beautiful. That's how you get a kill. Look at that combo. The frag into the Dawnbreaker, into the absolute slam dunk. Kobe Bryant himself has turned up on a Maj Talk today. He's gone. What a kill. Speed kills, my man.
Nice.
Alright, guys. Emotional. Cody versus Demigod of Sparta. Alright.
A Salk using mines is quite a problem for the opponent.
It is. It's really, really rough. To be honest, even as a ranged opponent, mines is seriously bad news. It's very, 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 very tough to fight against because mines are just locking you down completely. As a ranged opponent, you can't get in close for any CC, such as Fear, let's take as an example. To be honest, in a ranged scenario, you're already probably going to lose anyway, because you're going to be against, let's say, a magic build. You've got Harness, right, as a Salk, most of the time. That's not great news. Unless you're Alex, and you're a bit special. Alright, anyway, guys, the next fight is going to be moving on. Demigod was having a quick practice on the side. So, Sparta is going to be going against Cody here. I'm going to be realistic with you. I've never seen Sparta fight, but he's on 17.4k health. He doesn't have a damage shield. Unless Cody crashes, Cody's going to win this fight. There is no scenario. Oh, wait, he's a stamina warden. No way. Ooh. So this could be the only chance in this game that Cody has of losing. The difficulty here is that Cody is a brilliant player. So even though this is Warden on Warden, yeah, I mean, it's over
quite
already.
Quite a CP difference as well.
Oh, I didn't see a CP. What was he? Oh, only 300 CP. Yeah, I mean, he's screwed there. 300 CP. Poor dude. Flow tactics. I'm sorry to see it. It's rough. Level you up, dude. Level him up. It's rough. Like I said, the only chance that a Stamina Warden has a die-in is another Stamina Warden. But 300 CP against Cody's experience is a pretty sad days. Unfortunately, our member of the stream, Flow Tactics, does go down there. I didn't notice it was him in a bit late. And Cody will be progressing through. I can't see anyone beating Cody so far. Rio is going to be against High Policy. So High Policy, a Stamina DK. In fact, I think he was running Reverb, which could be an interesting combo against that Warden. We'll see how it goes. He's going to be playing against the Nightblade here. Stamina Nightblade. Is that Stamina Nightblade? It is a Stamina Nightblade.
What was that blue glow that
so that is going to be... Oh my god, I forgot the name of that set. Oh, what's the name of that set? The blue set that you're seeing is the set that guarantees a crit for about 5 seconds. The only issue with that set is it's got a lot of downtime. So what you're going to be noticing a lot here, Rio is going to be timing his burst. Mechanical Acuity. I remember the name of the set suddenly. He's going to be really aiming to get a burst while that uptime is there. His damage outside of that is still going to be good, but not perfect. But during the uptime on that, he's going to have a lot of damage. He does go down, though. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the choice on Stanblade of that set. The issue is you need weapon damage all the time as Nightblade. Your healing's bad enough as it is. Stamina DK does progress, but honestly it was a pretty good performance. He did have a chance of getting the kill on the quick fight. But yeah, he goes down there, and Stamina DK will progress through. Quick breakdown of the tables here right now, because we have moved through the first batch of fights, I believe. So, in the round 2, we have had a couple of those fights move through. So round 3, we're going to see Yang Nagato against Drexel. We're going to see Cody against High Policy moving to round 4 for the semis over there. Fights to still be determined. Hydra Piff against Dangorf probably coming up next. Alan against Fraxamunda. Aetherwolf Kanungur, whatever the hell that name is, against True Story Nightblade. And Nyasa against Tanga Veteran. But next is going to be Hydra Piff and Dangalord. So chat, if you've got anything to say, here's an opportunity. Jack mentioning it's what I use on Templar. It's really good for burst and healing. No, absolutely. It's really, really strong. I just don't think it pairs that well with a Stamina Nightblade. I personally would go for other sets. Shadzilla throws in a second time, you're sexy, bae. I'm very selective with my comment reading. Alex would have been looking, he's like, oh, this one says Blobs is an ugly git. Oh, that was in the chat. Moving on to the next fight anyway. Hydra Piff, 467 CP. Can he pull it off? He's going to be against Dangorf, Captain Ham Sandwich himself. I love a good ham sandwich in the morning. These days I wake up so late that ham sandwich is actually a fine meal. Captain Ham Sandwich is going to be against our low CP Mad Sork. Stamplar, I don't know how to judge this one. This is pretty tight. So neither of these fights are really countering each other, to be quite honest with you. I know he's got Purify. That can be rough against Curse, but it's not the end of the world. Curse is not that expensive to recast. I really want to see the Stamplar stop going to range. There's no reason for that Stamplar to let the Sork get range. He should be sat on top of that guy completely. He should be on that like a horse's back right now. He should be sitting right on top of that Sork, constantly pummeling away. Because again, that Sork is running Dark Deal. Why let him get it? All of you guys need to learn this as a lifelong lesson. If someone runs Dark Deal, bash them. Simple. Yeah. Bash them. It's over. It's very, very easy to do. And already that Sork will be running out of resources. As it is, the Sork is getting a lot of free cast and he's getting a lot of free resources. Sork running Resto. Oh, you. No other comment on that, I think. Who is about a good enough summary. Me and Alex have nicknamed that the AFK ulti. I feel that's the most appropriate summary. That you can't die with that. You've got to do something dramatically wrong. Infernal Guardian is an interesting mod choice. It's actually really good in a duel environment, especially if you can keep his opponent stationary. It's a lot of pressure. Oh, that's more like it. An interrupt. One more. Stay on top of him, dude. And another interrupt. And he misses it. God damn it.
Another AFK ult. Nice.
AFK ult coming from Hydro. So far, this fight is heavily in favour of the Stamplar. I'm going to vote even if the chat doesn't. This is clearly the Stamplar dominating here. CP aside, the Stamplar is getting those interrupts in. The Sorcerer, I think, even realising that, going for the heavy resto, this is over. Stamplar gets the kill. Beautiful kill. Definitely the stronger player of the two there. Be interested to see how the Sork progresses as he levels up the CP, gets further in the game. Hopefully we'll see him come against some of the lower health guys. Like I said, guys, in a duel environment, Dark Deal is not a great scenario. Even open world, I don't rate it. It's very bashable. As soon as that's bashed, the fight is over. And Stamplar doing that beautifully. So, great kill with the Stamplar, gets the kill. Ham Sandwich taking down our chicken legs. I love a good chicken leg. What I would do for a chicken leg right now.
I had tikka masala a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, tikka masala. No way, I had a jalfrezi today.
Oh,
look at that, Team Curry coming in hot. Great minds think alike, I feel. Anyway, moving on from our dinner to the next fight. Probably not quite as exciting, we'll see. We got Alan from behind, our Magica Nightblade, who pulled out a pretty sexy burst earlier. He's going to be playing against Divock, as we've nicknamed him. Or Alex's more exciting name, Fraxy. I don't know how this is going to go. So this is the Templar that was fighting our DK. It went to a stalemate before. If he goes to a stalemate again, it can be pretty rough to him. The Nightblade is going to have a tough time with this. That Eclipse is not good. He has to CC break there. He's sitting in that way too long, diving away at himself, giving a lot of healing to the Templar, unable to cast. But we have seen with this Nightblade before, he has a lot of burst when he gets that combo rocking. Can he get through the Templar? The Templar running a fair bit of health here. 27.5k health. Wizard riposte it as well. He's going to be tanky as hell to kill. Alex, in either of these player scenarios, do you think there is anything they should do particularly? Imagine you're a Salk, pretty similar playstyle to Nightblade. How would you be dealing with that Templar right now?
I don't know. It's hard to say because with Templars, they're kind of tanky. You know, they heal a lot. They got Purify and stuff. I don't know if the Nightblade's using any dots. I
mean, it's going to have Cripple here most likely. So Cripple is a pretty important dot for him. Yeah. Like you said, it's going to Purify, of course. So, yeah, it's very, very true. Nightblade now throwing in an in-cap. Unfortunately, somehow misses that. I don't know how he missed that, to be honest. Comes in with the Merciless afterwards. Now, I'm noticing clearly here that Nightblade is running a lot of Beffoul CP. When that heal debuff is up, that Templar cannot Breath of Life for shit. So that Templar really needs to look at trying to Purify that off ASAP. I think you're talking about heal, Purify, heal as that combo when he takes that in-cap. It's going to be rough. I can see so far that Nightblade with a chance to kill him, but it's a lot of health. I'd love to see the Templar, like I said before, getting that Eclipse up a bit more. There's so much downtime right now. It really should be coming on all of this time. That Eclipse should be turning up, taking the pressure of the fight away from himself, giving him the opportunity to put some burst on. Power of the Light, also a lot of downtime here. A lot of chance to get some damage up that he is missing so far in this fight. I'd like to see him turn that around. He did against the DK. He caught on later in the fight. Now, good opportunity for the Nightblade here. Does he have an ultimate? Doesn't quite get it in. He does get the Merciless. It's such a shame that he didn't have that ultimate there. Now, Meteor coming in on the Nightblade, not even breaking the shield, though. Alan, ooh, actually, is it? Alan in trouble now. Alan very, very low. No execute on the Templar, unfortunately, so he's not going to get through there. But he is taking some control off this fight. Both of these players with the chance to kill. Come on, Eclipse him. Eclipse him, you bugger. I want to see a CC. Do it. And I crashed. You son of a bitch. Well. This game. Chat. Good opportunity for you guys to talk to me whilst I reload my bloody game.
Why is it crash?
This game sometimes. Chat, from what you've seen so far in that fight, because I may not get in till the end, who do you think is going to win? What do you think, team? Nightblade or Templar from what you saw so far in that fight while I reload my game? This is what you get, hey. This area seems a bit of a crash bomb. I honestly think they should just move the area, but we'll see what happens. One sec while I quickly log in here.
I think with a Templar, I think it's kind of a good strat to do is just kind of wear away at their stamina.
Yeah, it is a good choice, definitely. It is definitely doable. A lot of it's pretty possible. Apparently everyone crashed there. Nice to see the American servers going so smoothly. I think they should definitely change the area of the fight here. This area is clearly a crash zone. On the plus side, though, chat, you're going to get to see my beautiful-looking Nightblade. I feel this is one of the sexiest two-hander DKs of all time. I might be biased, though, because it might be called me. But everyone agrees. We have... I think we're going to ban that comment. That one seems like a young child trying to get attention. It's alright, mate. If you need a mum, I'd go to bigmoms.com. Partner to bigblobs.com. Slightly different website policy. But yeah. So if you're into the adult community, bigblobs.com, that's the place to go. But if you're really a young child looking for a mother, unfortunately my stream is not the place, mate. We got a few comments coming in here. So yes, blobs. Necessary abilities for Magica Nightblade in PvP. Cripple, must have. Some sort of CC, must have. Heal ward, must have. Either funnel or concealed, definitely. Just sort of working through here. Some source of minor maim, either Wizard Apostate or Image. There's a lot of skills, really. I think that's pretty tough. Siphoning attacks, I think, is too good to have. Too good to not have. I think the heal is brilliant there. Major sorcery, I don't like running pots personally. I think that you're better off going with entropy. I might have just crashed instantly again, you know. I may well have crashed there. Anyway, chat. From what you saw in that previous fight, I didn't see many votes there. Templar or Nightblade for the previous fight, assuming that they didn't finish the fight manually. If you had to place a vote right now, who would it be? They need to change this fight location though, clearly. I hope they changed the fight spot. It might have been that they moved on from there. I don't know. But we are seeing a new fight in the middle. And I'm seeing Scar in the tournament, I believe. Unless this is a fun one. But I'm assuming this is the tournament. They are in the center. If this is the tournament, I didn't see Scar on the list. Well, Scar killed him anyway. Scar absolutely destroyed him. But I don't think they're in the tournament.
What's that house called? It's like in the cave, sort of. It's got a huge open space.
Oh, Earth Tier Cavern. True.
Yeah,
that would actually be a really good one. Someone make an arena in there would be awesome. I don't know if that was a friendly or a proper fight. All I know is that Scar absolutely terminated that guy. But I don't believe Scar's in the tournament, unfortunately. So, I'm just checking down here. It looks like they didn't put anyone from the previous fight. I could be wrong. I don't see it on the board so far. Fun comment coming from the chat here. I am Jamie says, stop copying Summit's skill bar. I could never be as good as Summit in terms of ESO, mate. Moving on to the next fight now. We have True Story against Aetherwolf. My chat's asking for a vote here. So Nightblade or Templar? I'm seeing a pretty mixed batch. Based on what you saw, Alex, Nightblade or Templar?
Was this the fight that was before?
Yeah, the fight before.
I'd probably say the Templar.
You'd vote the Templar. That's difficult then, because I would vote the Nightblade. So, pretty tough scenario. I think both of them had kill potential.
Yeah, they do.
Apparently, it's the number of people here. Anyway, the previous fight does go down. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even see what happened there. Anyone see what happened? I didn't see what happened. I think they need to let those guys go again. I really didn't see enough of the fight. I think both players have potential. My chat's a 50-50 split. Me and Alex are a 50-50 split. They didn't have very long there. The crash is a bit of a problem. Just going to quickly check the chat here while we are waiting for the next fight. Next fight is going to be Nyasa and Tanga. YOLO Swaggerborn says, Blobs is running my build. Typical. Free skill, level 3 DK. Come up with your own builds, Blobs. Yeah, I'm a no build stealer, mate. It's just the bread and butter of who I am. Moving on to the fight now. Sloban, Tangan. He's going to be playing on the Stamina DK against... Oh my bloody god. That was a massive leap from Tangard. That was at least 10k. That was a huge slam dunk. Nyasa going down to a monster leap. Okay, they don't want to run the fight again, it seems. Chat. I need a stern vote. I need everyone to pitch in, even if it's not an educated guess. Just throw in the word Templar or Nightblade based on who you felt won. If you weren't watching, sod it. Shove a vote in anyway, because they need a vote. And I mean, we're completely 50-50 split right now, to be honest. Difficult to say. Next fight is going to be Demigod, our low CP Stamina Warden. He's going to be against Josh Lenore. So this is going to be a fairer matchup for Demigod. He's obviously still at a huge CP disadvantage. Does go down to that CP disadvantage, unfortunately. Oh my god, there are so many words in the chat and it's still a 50-50 split. You know what? I'm going to have to take this to a straw poll, guys. This is so close. I'm going to get a straw poll going. It's the only fair way to do it. I'm even going to throw in the bonus option here. But don't vote the bonus option, alright? I'm just throwing it in for good measure because I feel it's appropriate. Don't vote the bonus option, guys. Please vote on the straw poll just to give in the winning person of that previous fight. But yeah, Josh taking down that previous fight, unfortunately, against the low CP of Flow Tactics. Place your votes on the straw poll, guys. Whether you saw it or not, bung in a vote. Please don't vote Zeus. I just put it there because I felt, you know, it kind of had to be there. Don't vote Zeus, guys. Everyone's voting Zeus. It morally had to be there. Moving on to the fight while we let that vote tick in right now. So we have Hydra Piff on that Magicka Salk that we saw previously. Fairly low CP. He's going to be against Jake. No, he's not against Jake. Is he against Jake? He is against Jake. He's against Trapped Under Rice here on, looks to be the Magicka DK. Obviously, Hydra at a huge disadvantage here. Even in terms of class, he's in trouble. I think someone might have crashed. I don't really know what's going on. He's just stood there. Oh, his food was down, I think. I don't know what's going on, guys. I think his food's down. Yeah, I think they're trying to get his food down. A valuable lesson here. I'm going to be making a video about this at some point. I was going to do top 10 things to know for ESO PvP. Actually, my rank 1 was going to be always have food slotted on your buff bar. Of course, I can't talk right now. I don't even own food on this character, but who am I to talk, eh? Just checking the vote right now on our straw poll. View results. This will give us our final decision, and it's a complete 50-50 split. Next vote wins it, guys. Please place a vote on Templar or Nightblade. The next one's taking it. I don't care who it is. You guys are the deciders. Someone vote. I mean, it was exceptionally close. It's almost impossible to put a judgment in. I didn't see enough of the fight personally. Still no one voting. I'm going to give you a link to that straw poll one more time, guys. Please, someone vote. Anyone. Even if you didn't watch the fight, bung a vote in. On the straw poll, not in the chat, you muppets. Moving on to the next fight. I'm so sorry if the fights are a bit sporadic here, guys. It's a lot of people. I think it's slightly rushed. I honestly feel that this is probably cap the number of people to enter here. Maybe even run 2 tournaments, maybe Saturday, Sunday. Hard to do. Hydra Piff does eventually go down there to Jake. We do see the DK take him down. Obviously, with that CP advantage, it was a pretty decided fight from the start. Viewing the results right now, Nightblade takes it. I've given Kenna the results. Nightblade takes it by 1 vote, 2 votes now, but it's one and the same. The Nightblade will go through. Sorry, Alex, you're wrong again, mate.
Damn it.
Yeah. All right. It's tough. I'm trying to think from their sort of perspective how they can manage this, because right now it's obviously very, very rough. They don't want to be here for hours and hours, and they have so many entrants. You can see all of these people watching. It is crammed with people. It's rough because it's causing all these crash things. I honestly think that they might be better off capping who is entering. Maybe leave it to like 12 max, 18 max, 16 max, whatever you like. It might be worth doing just to control it. But yeah, it's a nice kill from the DK there. He does take down the fight. And yeah, the Nightblade will take the fight in the previous fight. Looks like Cody's fight had the same decision as well. So, yeah. Next fight is going to be actually, I think, a pretty good one. This will be a much more interesting fight, and it will get a lot better as we progress through. Like I said before, the early fights, especially with this many, are going to be pretty one-sided. As we move people to the losing bracket, it'll be a little closer. We're going to have Drizzt against Vovik. So Drizzt is on the Magicka DK, Jeweled and Resto staff with that chain combo. He is going to be against Vovik on the Magicka Nightblade, obviously running the roots, the Nightblade way, and all of that. I think someone may have crashed again, though. I've got a bad feeling here, guys. I'm not seeing this fight. Brief moment here to sell out if you haven't already. Please follow the stream, guys. If nothing else, follow the stream. It's free to do so. Helps me out a ton. And that includes you guys watching YouTube. I feel like that little advert in the World War, you know. We want you. I'm just not quite as, you know, trying to get you killed, basically. Unless you meet me and Cyrodiil. If you meet Alex and Cyrodiil, you know, it's like the opposite.
I think you're lying.
Maybe. Perhaps. Moving on to the next fight swiftly before I get roasted by Scott. Something an Englishman should never accept. We are moving on to Divock, a.k.a. Fraxi, against Tuffy. Come on, Tuffy. Impress me on that Templar. I know it's not the main. But I would love to see him win. I'm going to quickly invite this guy to group. He obviously wants to come watch. I've got you, dude. This is going to be Tuffy against Fraxi. So both of these players on the Magicka Templar. Tuffy is going to be playing the super high damage build. Running Dark Flare, an interesting choice. It's very interruptible, but it is a valuable skill with that heal debuff if he can somehow get it in. He's going with Scoria and Overwhelming to try and control this fight. And so far, he is getting a huge vice grip on this fight. The difficulty here is how is he getting that kill? Does he have something to get the kill potential? Perhaps Dawnbreaker. No interrupt or Eclipse coming too late in from that other Templar. So far, Tuffy heavily in favor. There's the Meteor. The other Templar does get this block off so far. I'm trying to think of an example here. I can't think of anything more one-sided than this fight, and I have seen flat objects. I'm going to be realistic, guys. I think Tuffy's going to win this quite confidently. Some very interesting skill choices here that the other Templar is missing a lot of opportunities on. Dark Flare, interruptible. Vampire's CC, interruptible. Templar on the other side really wants to be keeping his Eclipse up more. He has an opportunity to win this fight. In this scenario, he wants to really look at breaking down those Dark deals, breaking down those Vampire CC after the CC break, and he could honestly get Tuffy out of stamina. The way Tuffy's played previously, I would consider it a very high likelihood that he's using a recovery food such as Clockwork or Witches. I could be wrong, of course, I can't see that. But if I was in his scenario and his build, I know that I would. I don't know what his sets are other than Overwhelming and Scoria. If I was him right now, I would have that on. He's heal debuff, this is over. Tuffy does get the kill there with the Meteor immediately after the CC. He was the stronger player. I think he had the stronger build. He does get the kill. Good fight to Tuffy there. Beautiful.
GG.
Going to the chat. Alex, do you want to read some comments? I don't know if you have my chat open.
Nah, I didn't have it open.
Oh, the disappointment. You can't get the staff these days, I'm telling you. I try recruit. You should hear what I'm paying him as well. Unacceptable.
Fuck all.
In fact, he's paying me. That's how good I am.
Exactly.
We got some comments here. So aggressive, have to admire that. I like to see that. It's definitely good to see a duelist with some aggression. And Blinken says, I love mirror matches when they aren't DKs. Tell that when you see a Salk versus Salk, mate. Moving on to the next fight. Oh, they're not. Chicken legs. A solid dinner right here. Let's see him turn it up. Oh, dear. Those chicken legs are getting eaten alive right now. Chicken legs against Stop, Drop, and Proc. Well, he has just stopped, dropped, and eaten that guy for dinner. This is over. Chicken legs absolutely eliminated by that burst. Good fight by Rio. Rio does take the win. And I was getting
a kill
hungry.
with Merciless is so satisfying.
It is. Even the sound of it.
Yeah.
And it's over. It's that simple. Very, very quick fight there. Rio destroying. Very, very high damage. Neo says, hey, Blobs. Love you. I'm a taken man, I'm afraid, mate. But if you're a very good-looking woman, I could ask Liz if she's up for it. Who knows? Fubica says, Nightblade running the Acuity sets. Yeah, I mean, it's really, really strong for those sort of burst combos. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel if I was fighting a guy against an Acuity, I would play really defensive during the uptime. And then once that uptime's down, I would look for other options around it. I don't know. It does have its place in the game. It can be really strong. I think it depends on the opponent, but he used it beautifully there. Times his burst and absolutely punishes. I'm a man. I still love you, though. I mean, Alex is single. Moving on to the next fight before Alex has a chance there. Arch Enigma is going to be against Alzheimer's.
I'm not going to say anything.
Moving on to the next fight, we got Arch Enigma against Alzheimer's. Could we get a Kappa Pride here for Alex? I feel he needs it.
Kappa Pride.
Arch Enigma, obviously a pretty strong matchup. We have seen him perform pretty damn well. I can't remember. I think this is still losing bracket. Is it losing bracket? I don't know. There's so many fights that it's almost impossible to tell at this point. Quite honestly, I don't know. Did he lose? I don't think he did lose, you know. I think he won. I think he won. He was good. Surely he won. Arch Enigma is going to be fighting against Alzide. I think one of them crashed again. So we're going to move on to the next fight. We're going to be with Yang Negoto. Yang Negoto! And he is going to be against Drexel. Apparently Arch Enigma is offline because everyone keeps crashing. The struggles. Alex taken by surprise. I mean, he's always telling me that's how he prefers it, mate. So
No,
this is too easy. It's too easy. He hasn't even got the chat open. It's like a one-sided rant. He's probably opening the chat as we speak, waiting for the counters.
Yes.
Got Mudboard? I've heard he likes that one as well, actually, mate. It's too easy, I'm telling you. It's too easy. Yang obviously loading back in after that crash. He's going to be against Drexel, the Magica Nightblade against Yang Negoto. I can't honestly remember what Yang was. Do you like Guardians of the Galaxy? I'm going to be realistic with you, man. Apart from the name being recognizable, I don't truly know what that is. Oh, no, wait, that's that film with the dodgy robot. No, I think it's pretty shit, actually. Alright, apparently it's a Nightblade on Nightblade fight here. This should be a cool one. I really like these Magic Nightblade fights. I'm sure it's got a dodgy robot. Guardians of the Galaxy, isn't that an ancient thing?
It's got a little raccoon thing, hasn't it? A little...
Raccoon robot, they start with the same letter. It's close enough.
I've never seen it, so I would know.
It was this fight.
What's his name? Batista. He's in it, I think.
As soon as the guy's called T-Star, I think you're already in the struggles, to be honest.
Batista.
Oh, Batista. I mean, that's not a large improvement. Let's get serious. let's get serious. We can discuss the film afterwards. Moving on to the fight. Stamina Nightblade, the Death Machine build, 7th Legion, some sort of other damage set, probably Ravager, and his use of Troll King. He's going to be fighting against our Mage Nightblade friend Drexel. Come on, Stam Nightblade, don't disappoint me. He's jumping. Destroy him. We need to see that Stam Nightblade play a bit better with his buffs. Last time we've seen a fair bit of downtime, running out of resources. Again, there's not really any reason for him to be backing out of this fight. He is having the advantage in every scenario in close combat. If I was this Nightblade, I would sit on top of that guy like a good relationship. Honestly, he should be right in top of this fight right now. I'd like to see him get involved in the fight a little bit more. Big burst opportunity here. Doesn't quite get it through after that in-cap. He is fairly low here. Obviously getting the Troll King, so he's probably going to be healing up pretty fast. But this Nightblade is putting out some major damage with that Magicka build. Gets the Merciless off. Does he have a heal debuff? Right now would be the time for it. Unfortunately, low on resources. Now, if I was this Nightblade, I would be going full counter right now. If he has an ulti, perfect time to drop it. You see a heavy attack in a duel, nail them. Nail them as fast as you possibly can. He hasn't quite done so. Alex was looking for an opportunity there. I could feel it.
Yeah, I was going to, but...
Yeah. Quick comment there from Dubby while we are reading. Film with a dodgy robot describes like 50% of movies these days. Describes 100% of Star Wars, mate. Drexel now taking some heavy punishes from our Stamina Nightblade. Big heavy weaves here coming in from the two end. I'm just not noticing the damage. I don't know what is going on here. He's definitely running a double damage setup with Troll King. I see no other reason to run this, but I'm not seeing any damage, and I don't know why. Massive Merciless, but there's the burst coming in. Maybe he's running Alchemist? Be weird. He's definitely in Troll King. I would be shocked if he's not in 7th Legion. But he doesn't.
Isn't Mirage a really small buff?
So Mirage is actually not. Even though it's not giving you that much in resistances, it's also giving you a 15% dodge chance, and it's that he's likely using it for.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, the dodge chance obviously pretty valuable. I think it's minor resistances, so about 1.4k or something like that.
Yeah.
Nothing major. I mean, honestly, he may even have the movement buff, but obviously in a duel, that's not the best. That's a better combo. That's what I like to see from the Nightblade. Dropping in that in-cap into the Merciless. Doesn't quite get the kill, unfortunately. Someone commented on my lack of interest in Star Wars. Actually, joking aside, I love Star Wars. I really want to watch the new one, but maybe that's just me. Who knows? You seen the new Star Wars, Alex?
Nah, I've not seen it.
Do you want to see it?
I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I've never really been into Star Wars, so...
And this is why he's the one who's the butt of the jokes, you see.
Well, no. I've just not watched them, like, properly.
I mean, at this point... at this point, I think this fight is probably over. I honestly think you can decide on this fight extremely quickly here. I would like to see Kenna judge this. I'm going to ask Kenna if they want to call the fight here. Chat, who would you vote? I'm not going to say who it is, but I know who has won this. I hope the chat knows it as well. Stamina Nightblade or Magicka Nightblade, chat?
Stam, my dudes. Or Magicka Nightblade.
Yeah, the chat pretty decisive here in front of Magicblade. Magicblade definitely dominating this fight. This is completely one-sided. The Stam Nightblade's getting destroyed here, honestly. They could call this fight. The Magicka Nightblade is definitely winning this. The Stam Nightblade has the miracle chance. And to be honest, the Stam Nightblade's in a full duel build. He should have killed him ages ago. I can honestly see the Magicka Nightblade getting the kill. And the fact that the Magicka Nightblade can get the kill in this fight strongly favours that the Magicka Nightblade is the better player here. The Stam Nightblade should be destroying in this fight. This should be a one-sided massacre. This should be more destruction than the artillery turrets at D-Day, let me tell you that. And I've been playing Call of Duty World War II a lot. Believe me, I know. Oh, hello, enemy.
Dies a lot, so...
I mean, I don't know why they haven't caught it yet. Both players have had the opportunity to kill. When you look at this build versus build, you have to say that the Magicblade is the stronger player here. You can just see it outright. I don't like the jumping. No one likes the jumping. It's like, I don't know whether he's got a nervous tick or something. But yeah, quite clearly here the Magicblade is the strongest player. That being said, Magicblade is running out of resources, and that is something he should be punished for. I think in the case of this fight, he's just the stronger player. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Stam Nightblade can pull a kill before they call this. Who knows? Right now, actually, the Stam Nightblade is playing a lot better during this last phase. He's been fairly dominant for the past few seconds, but he's just missing a lot of options here. I really feel that the Magic Nightblade has had control of this fight. Set-wise, the Stab Nightblade should have won this fight in 30 seconds. And this might even be a kill here. So close. Can he get it? Oh. This could be over. Even with the impels, even with the Troll King, somehow survives.
Damn.
So close for the Magic Nightblade. They are going to call the fight. Wait.
I don't know what happened.
Well, I don't know what they're going to do here. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do here. They called the fight and then Drexel died instantly. I mean, Drexel saying he didn't apply his shield because he saw the good fight. They are agreeing. I mean, Kenna did call the fight before the kill came in, to be fair. They are going to give it to the Magic Nightblade. That's quite tough on the Stam Nightblade because the Nightblade didn't stay alive. The Magic Nightblade was the stronger player there. I think that's fair. The fight was called before that. That was pretty rough, but Drexel does get the win by miracle. Yeah, it was a pretty dominating fight for Drexel. I feel that Drexel was definitely the stronger player.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out the suggestion to Kenna that in future, in scenarios like that, when a fight is called, they should just go full defense. Just to ensure that nobody gets a clutch kill, basically. That way, you're not going to luck the kill. Just that way, you know, there's nothing like that going to happen again. But either way, the Magic Blade was definitely strongest. I'm glad that you got the win there despite that. Otherwise, scenarios like that could happen, which could be really harsh on the Stam Nightblade. You never know if it was a mistake or whether it was genuinely the good fight. In either way, I agree with the decision. The Magic Blade gets the win there, and he's going to progress through. The good fight was cool beforehand. I think it's a fair decision. What is going on here? So apparently me getting Mudball puts me in first person. Only with ZeniMax Online Studios does that happen. What the fuck is this? I can't go in first person after getting Mudballed. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's rough on the Stam Nightblade, but on the other hand, they had already called the fight. The chat is here. The call was before that kill came in. It's very possible that he dropped this defense because he thought it was over and was just trying to move away. Moving on. Anyway, we have the Death Machine himself, Cody, a.k.a. God Warden. The easiest class. One of the strongest players. He's going to be against High Policy. High Policy is actually one of the players I believe has a remote chance of getting this kill. A remote chance. He's not Magicka. As soon as you Magicka, you might as well log off. You're not getting a kill. His stamina, but he's also a stamina decay, and if he's running a good amount of debuff in his healing,
I really like High Policy's hat.
Control. That is a stylish hat. I do give credit points. Fashion per second wise, High Policy has already won this. Though that being said, Cody is in the Clockwork City costume, which is insane.
Yeah, that's cool.
When are you dueling with that level 3? I don't know. I mean, Alex is too good for me on his level 2. Absolute beast. He doesn't even have skills and he's that good. Moving on to the fight. So this will be an interesting one. Obviously, this is incredibly rough for the stamina decay. Essentially, it's a weak stamina Warden. It's all going to come down to the Befau. Can he somehow get control of the healing that Cody has? The fact that he's not a Magicka gives a remote chance at the kill. It's going to be exceptionally difficult. I'm not seeing it right now. I don't think he's got enough to foul. I don't think he's got enough damage to even get through that healing. I think you might as well already call this fight. Oh, that being said, no, he can't even move the health. I mean, Cody's healing is just so high on that Warden, it's going to be impossible. I just can't see the stamina DK getting this. Off topic, an important question coming up from Ron Burgundy, our moderator and major supporter. He says, how do you get that hat? I don't know. Does anyone in the chat know how you get that hat? I want that hat. Fashion per second wise, that's already won in the fight, in my opinion.
That's kind of like a cowboy hat, a little bit.
Well, Shadzilla throws in a comment that Kenna beat Cody. To be fair, I think if you enjoy Bane and lose a fight to a stamina guy, it's probably retirement time. Cody putting in a lot of heat here onto our opponent. And actually, it's another big Dawnbreaker. Great block from High Policy, but he's in big trouble. He's heal debuffed. He is in dire straits right now. He is not going to get that health up. for a long time. That Warden damage is so absurdly high compared to his. He's got lower damage. He's got lower healing, lower defense, lower stamina sustain. It's a major concern. One of the zone chat throwing in, if High Policy wins by a knockout, I'll leave the game. That's no comment on High Policy's skill. He's actually knocked out every other opponent. No way. No way. Come on, Policy. Oh, come on. This is not impossible. High Policy getting Cody down to about 30% health there. If he can get that Alchemist combo up with the God Dawnbreaker into the God Execute, maybe there is a chance that a Warden can lose a fight. With Cody behind it, this is about as low a chance as you're possibly going to get. Obviously, an exceptionally skilled NA player. Exceptionally strong class. Balanced by Robo confirmed. Just throwing that in there. Oh my, what a burst by Cody though. This is in the bag, I think. Those pigeons flying in left, right and centre. This is like a day at bloody beaches in Cornwall.
It's a good comparison.
Pretty good comparison. I was quite impressed with that myself. Does manage to somehow survive that on the stamina DK. Now, at this point, I think in terms of verdict, stamina DK needs a kill. It is not impossible. Chances are remote. Again, it's like the Welsh country valleys right at this point. But can he somehow pull out the bag? He's getting pummeled. I think this is over. He does go down. A valiant effort by Stamina DK there. Obviously, massively underwhelmed in terms of class versus class. I think Stamina DKs are really strong. A lot of people disagree. But, I mean, against the Warden, it's game over at that point. Bad luck to the DK. It's a valiant effort. Your big boy's coming in, Alex.
Who's this? What?
Oh, Drex's actually in the stream. There wasn't a comment about your new partner in crime. No. Moving on to the next fight, we have Alzides against Arch Enigma. Arch Enigma performing really well on that Salk so far. Very, very impressive stuff from him as of yet. He did get voted against, I believe, in one fight. I might be wrong. Maybe that was someone else. I could be wrong. He's going to be fighting against Alzides. Now, Alzides running wings. Our Salk is not running mines. It's a tough scenario. Mines counters completely the Magic DK. Wings counters heavily the Salk. Oh my god, that damage from the DK. This is what I like to see. Such a shame that I'm not seeing Flames of Oblivion on that DK. If he had Flames of Oblivion, I think this fight would already be over. Maybe I'm just blind. No, he's not running it. This burst is very, very high, though. This Salk is getting absolutely pummeled. Oh my god. I mean, this DK surely has to get a kill here. If he had Scoria or he had Flames of Oblivion, this fight would already be done and dusted. This Salk needs an execute at this point. He needs to pull out the God save. I'm honestly concerned. He should be playing this really defensively, waiting for the wings, keeping that curse up constantly and taking control through the curse. At the moment, he's trying to be too offensive in a time where he just can't be. Wait for the wings, punish when the wings are down. At the moment, this is heavily in favour of the DK, but can the Salk pull something out of the bag? Alex, you're a Salk. What are you doing?
Well, for a DK with wings, like, I don't know if there's much you can do. If you're like your frags, that's like fucking AIDS.
It's game over, basically.
Yeah.
Quick comment from the chat. Energy 4 says, do you think if he jumps higher, he will win? Maybe that's the solution to all, mate. Maybe that is the solution to it all. Moving on, so... Oh my god, yeah, I saw it coming. Big burst by Alzides. That's very well played by him. Really good aggression.
No.
Pretty much full control over the fight. I like to see him win. Let's see him fight my new Salk, though. Great kill by the DK there. Does get the kill. I like to see a kill. None of that tie rubbish. Bad luck to our Salk. He played very well throughout the rest of the fight, but he does get taken down. Well done, DK. Dilbo Swaggins says, are you still in? If you mean my local beautiful town, yes. If you mean the duel tournament, I'm level 3. I never entered. This is the NA server, mate. Kahoot says, we all know that jumping as a Mad Salk makes you do more damage. Yeah, it does. To anyone's IQ. Big Main Q says, Alzides is definitely running Burning Spell even Sun. Yeah, definitely. At least some equivalent. He was full damage there. Pretty good control of the fight and definitely takes it down valiantly. Next fight is going to be Ham Sandwich. He's going to be fighting against Alan. Alan running a really cool build, running with a melee Mage Blade. Very high damage on him. I've seen some really cool combos come in so far. Alex having a giggle. Do you want to share?
Well, his name's Alan from behind. I was going to say you'd know about that, wouldn't you?
Me?
Yeah.
Please. I know all about that. My women are loving it. Moving on to Alan against Captain Ham Sandwich right now. So Captain Ham Sandwich, our fan favourite just because of the name. I love that name. He's going to be fighting against the deadly Alan. Alan's been playing really, really strong. A lot of bursts coming in from him. Very good fight control. We'll see how this goes. Comment coming from King Duality. Don't hate on momentum jumps. That would be the case if anyone understood how a momentum jump works. But most people don't seem to understand. So a momentum jump keeps momentum prior to snare. If you get snared during a jump, you maintain momentum. If you're already snared, you're still already snared. It's not going anywhere. Moving on to the fight. Alan from behind is going to be fighting against Captain Ham Sandwich. I've said that about 4 times. But they're still fighting, and that's what matters in life, I suppose. Templar against Magica Nightblade. In my opinion, stronger class here is that Templar. But player-wise, so far, Alan has a huge control on this fight. Templar really needs to be looked to getting that burst on. Power the light, rending slashes, punish, 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 and just keep control as much as you can. Templars have huge damage when played properly. He should be locking down this fight, purging the cripples, and applying that pressure ASAP. From a Magic Knight-based perspective, it can be very rough. To fight those Templars, it's very difficult to kill a tanky Templar. It's very difficult to survive a high burst Templar. Both of them are really hard scenarios. I think this Nightblade's doing wonderfully. But I don't really know what else to say. Chat, ESO has scarred me so much, I now spam jumps in pub brawls IRL. Well, it's no wonder you never lost them, mate. That's why you're still alive and talking to me right now. I think, honestly, you could call this fight at this point. I think it's probably going to end. It does end. Look at that. That's how you know I know what I'm talking about. Called it as it happens. Great kill with the Nightblade. I kind of saw it coming there. Dipped a little bit low on health, but the Warden gets in the in-cap, gets in the Merciless, bit slow on the CC break, and it is over. Dusted. And he's going to be going down to the losing bracket at this point. So, brief moment here to look towards our brackets at this point. We have progressed through a lot of the points. In the round 4, we're going to have Drexel against Cody in the prior to semi-finals. Obviously, semi-finals will be meeting the winner from the losing bracket over there. And Alan is going to be taking on the winner between Tanga and True Story for the semi-final. The quarterfinals over there. In the losing bracket, we're going to have A for Wolf against Speed Kills. They're going to be fighting against Nyasa. And the winner of that is then going to be fighting against High Policy to move to the loser bracket for one final round against the winner of the semis. And those guys are going to be moving all the way onto the winning bracket, whoever can get through that massacre. Because, of course, they will have only lost 1 game. So, True Story, our Magica Nightblade to get a good verdict from us earlier against Tanga. Tanga running a really cool stam decay. I've seen a lot of damage from him. I like to see damaging builds. I like players who are not passive. I like damage. You're here to fight. You're not here to play Noodle Whip. If you're here to play Noodle Whip, go down to the local Chinese restaurant, order a bucket, you'll be good to go. But in this case, I want to see some damage. Tangard now, trying to get control. It can be rough. I've already mentioned before, he is not running a gap closer. He is not running a D-root. In that Nightblade's position, he should be letting his distance win it for him. Cripple him. As soon as he roll dodges, flame reach him. Punish that stamina. Take control. At the moment, he's slightly under control in this fight. Cripples and flame reaches there. It's a bit of a waste of control. You want to keep that range. Best bet is cycle them both. There's no point to do them both at that point. Save that flame reach for the burst or save it for control. That's the best time to take control of the fight. Obviously, we're seeing Troll King here from the stamina DK. So getting a kill is going to be rough. We're going to need a perfect one-shot. Honestly, it's going to take an ultimate into a Merciless. That is the only way this Nightblade's getting a kill. This could be a good fight. The stamina DK has kill potential as well. It's a rough journey. Oh, great roll dodge for the stamina DK. He would have gone down there. And now the leap. And this is a good opportunity. Great counter. And both of them players really with so much kill potential. This is a much better duel. This is the sort of stuff we are looking for. Magica Nightblade now looking for some more control. Does get a lot of damage in there. And the stamina... Oh my God almighty. I kind of saw it coming there. Jesus wept. Brilliant play by the Stamina Nightblade. That's a brilliant... The Magica Nightblade. That is a brilliant duel. Both players playing aggressive. Really good damage. Well played by both. Brilliant kill. Lovely Merciless Will. That was a good 15k plus there. That was a huge kill. Deleted from the server. Well played, Magica Nightblade. Next fight is going to be Rio, our Stamina Nightblade friend. because apparently everyone likes Nightblade today. He's going to be fighting against Josh Lenore, who seems to be struggling today. He was doing pretty strong in one of the previous tournaments. He is on his Magic DK. Who to win stream? I like it. Flames of Oblivion and Scoria. I'm already liking this DK's position. Class to class, a massive advantage for the Magic DK right now, assuming that Stamina Nightblade's in medium. If that Stamina Nightblade's in heavy, I think that the Stamina Nightblade has the advantage. It's a tough one. So, we're seeing that mechanical acuity. I don't know why the DK is not playing defensive while that's up. As the DK right now, I would play defense, defense, defense for acuity, punish for 13 seconds flat and kill this guy. There is no point in going aggressive while the acuity is up. You know he's going to go aggressive on you. Though maybe Josh is going for that. Maybe he's trying to bait him in. That was a great counter there with a leap. A lot of kill potential there. Shame he couldn't quite get the whip off, actually. Maybe he's trying to bait him into a false sense of security while acuity stuff. If he gets a fossilized, this is over. There is the fossilized. There is a kill. Well played, Josh. Playing that almost exactly as I would towards those last few seconds. Well CC'd. It's over and dusted. Fubuka mentioned about mechanical acuity. It's so good on Nightblade since you can guarantee a CC with fear. Well, it has its place, but at the same time, for 5 seconds only, you're not going to get much into that duration. I think it's pretty counterable personally. Maybe I'm different. I don't know. I wouldn't run it myself on a Nightblade, but each to their own. It has its place. We got Mephos, very legendary player here. Former top dog stam Nightblade. Turned PvEer. Nothing wrong with that. I've done it myself as well. It says Magicblade's doing well so far. Yeah, they are actually. A lot of pretty strong Magicblade players. It's unfortunate because that's going to make Cody's life even easier on that Stamina Warden. If he starts Crystal Shield, he's already won. Okay, so A4 versus Speed Kills. Unfortunately, Speed Kills is still not back. He may have given up after the crashes, so A4 is going to get that by forfeit. It has been a long time. They have given that a decent length of stretch. So, next fight is going to be Nyasa against Aetherwolf in the losers bracket 3. These guys will be moving to losers bracket 4. Well, we'll see the final few progressions. Drexel, have a good day, man. No worries at all. Nyasa against Aetherwolf. I'm not seeing either of these either. I hope they did not crash. I'm going to take this opportunity to quickly sell out. If you like Toblerone, bad luck. It's mine. Phenomenal.
Toblerone is amazing.
It's respectable. It's a very weird flavour, isn't it?
A weird good flavour, though. The Swedish are quite good at chocolate, though, aren't they?
The Swedish?
Wait.
I think you mean the Swiss.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, reading through here. I'm not sure I can beat Cody anyways, leaving the stream. No worries at all, man. I was Fraxima Magplar. Any comments on my gameplay? Were you the one with 27.5k health, Duck? Just double checking it. I mean, you'll see all my commentary when I upload it to YouTube if you weren't in the stream previously. Assuming you were the 27k health, there were two things that we as the stream noticed that you could just improve on slightly. The first was Eclipse. There were a lot of opportunities where you had a chance to Eclipse that would have been both passive, both defensive and aggressive. And in both of those scenarios, I honestly think you could have got a kill that would have come out of nowhere, especially in your first fight. I also feel your Power of the Light had a bit too much downtime against these high resistance targets. Your defense was really good though. I think you mastered that beautifully. And just got to work on that offense slightly. Try and use Eclipse as a more aggressive playstyle. One other thing worth mentioning is set-wise. If you really want to get strong on duels on Templar, I personally believe you go the full damage route. I would go for Heavy Armor, Clockwork City Fitches, Fillet even, Soulshine, Necro, and Shadow End with Jeweled and Resto. That's not Resto, Distro, I think. I can't remember what they run on the back bar. I don't know, but that's what the PCU guys run in terms of duel builds. It's very, very strong. It's a lot of damage, and just Soul Strike, and you're going to melt most people in stamina at least. Next fight, True Story against Tuffy. This should be a good one. I know Tuffy is not a passive player. He's running Scoria and Overwhelming. Pretty high damaging build. He's going to be against True Story, who is running the Magicka Nightblade. Naturally pretty good damage. Oh, that AFK ult to counter out the Meteor. I'm wrong. Is True Story on a Nightblade? No. He's on a Magic Decay. Why is it called Nightblade? Is he a Magic Decay? I can't. He is a Magic Decay. Why is he called... He's not even against True Story Nightblade, is he? I'm blind. It's trapped under the rice. Moment of special there. So this is Tuffy against Magicka DK. I feel for this guy. God, I can't see anything. There's so many guys here. I'm going to move down a bit. Trapped under the rice. It is Jake, indeed, on the Magicka DK. He's going to be against Tuffy. This is a very tough matchup. So Tuffy not playing very passively is extremely aggressive. I like that a lot from a player. It's a very good learning curve to learn how to get your offense before your defense. Once you master the defense already with offense, you become an extremely skilled player. He's going to be fighting against the Magicka DK. So with that Purify, he's not only going to have all that damage, but he's going to have a lot of control in this fight. He does seem to be running out of stamina. Now, how is Trapped going to get around that? I would love to see a Talon right now. I don't know if he has Talons slotted, which is a shame. There are scenarios, we mentioned this last week, where not having Talons is viable. There is a place for it. Right now would not necessarily be one of those places, in my opinion. He's also running Troll King on a Magicka DK. I don't know how to comment on that one. Fubic comment here. I think someone with disgusting amounts of damage with a heal debuff on a stand build might have a chance versus Cody. But you forget, Cody has that. Cody has a heal debuff and disgusting amounts of damage. At least I think he has a heal debuff. Maybe I'm wrong. Either way, I mean, it won't matter much. I think it's a rough day. Like, Jorix Bane, that's probably your only chance. Kevin Base says, I'm a fan of your Magicka DK. Thank you. Now you need to be a fan of Alex's, because Alex is a cool guy as well.
I didn't... What did you say there?
That's alright, Alex. You have a sleep there, mate. It won't be the first time he's fallen asleep.
Something keeps cutting out.
Oh, okay. Moving on to the fight. Tuffy actually taking a pretty large amount of pressure here. I think he's trying to build up for a burst. Oh, the DK out of nowhere. You can see the excitement as he sprints across the map. Brilliant punish on the leap. Notices Tuffy going offensive, a little low on health. Tuffy needed to get that health up before the offense. Great punish with the leap and into the whip. Perfect timing on the Flames of Oblivion. Gets a beautiful kill there. It's a tough fight, but excellent time burst. Flames of Oblivion, leap, beautiful timing on the two, and getting the execute with the whip. Great kill with the DK. Really, really nice kill. So that was the losing bracket, I believe. I could be wrong. I've lost track here. I don't even know if my whole bracket is shown here, you know. I think I've just realised that my advert is scrolled over my bracket, so I can't see the bottom of the bracket. That explains why I'm so far behind on the fights. It all makes sense now. It does. That's why you don't vamp, Ron Bergen, he says. Yeah, perfectly true. I mean, vamp is rough in Duels. I don't like vamp on any character apart from Magicka right now. It's the only class I seem to be enjoying it on. I really don't like it. Even on Magicka, I hate it. So, next fight is going to be Spartacus. He's going to be fighting against Nyasa. Spartacus only 370 CP. That is pretty rough going.
Yeah.
Can he do anything with that CP? I don't know. I think it's going to be tough. Yeah, he does go down. That's a pretty rough day. He goes down. Good fight to that guy. Well played. I'm going to quickly say goodnight to Liz. Because she's small. And she's cuddly. And she's a Liz.
A Liz.
She is a Liz. A Liz. Not even just Liz. She's a Liz. She's the Liz. Moving on to the next fight. Drizzt and Alzai's. Drizzt, obviously the DK we've seen in every tournament so far. That's what I call a turnout. He's going to be fighting against Alzai's. Now, Alzai's I can't quite remember, to be honest with you. Anyone remember Alzai's? I can't remember Alzai's. I don't know what these guys are doing. I don't know if they've just come in to spoil this for everyone. If they have, that's extremely sad, just because the Stam Light got voted against. I could be wrong. Maybe they're just doing this to kill some time. I don't know if these other two are on. Obviously, there's a large delay between some of these fights right now. There are a ton of people. There's crashes left, right, and center. Kenna with the slam dunk. He just launched the hammer on those guys. He says, why is there another duel happening? And they're gone. Straight out of there. They know that Kenna doesn't mess about. I love that attitude. Don't mess about with numpties. It seems that Drizzt is offline. I don't know whether that's a crash. I guess they should check how long it was. They're going to move on to the other fight briefly. This is the big one. Drexel versus Kenna. Drexel, Magicka Nightblade, played wonderfully in the last fight. He's going to be against Cody on the Stamina Warden. I feel for him. Now, there is a chance, if this Magicka Nightblade plays phenomenally well... Actually, there's not a chance. I take it back. He doesn't have the slightest chance. But he's not got Crystal Shield against him, so at least he can actually put some damage in. Oh my god, maybe there is a chance. Please. Come on. Come on, Nightblade. I've never wanted someone to win more. It's not Cody. I like Cody. Cody's awesome. But I don't like Wardens. I hate Wardens. No one likes Wardens. Stamina Warden is taking a beating so far at the start of this. The Magic Nightblade with a very good start. A lot of punish. The choice of not taking Crystal Shield by Cody is going to be a rough one indeed. That would be so powerful in this fight. It would be extremely hard for the Nightblade to get anywhere. He hasn't chosen it, so this gives Drexel at least a remote chance. Can Drexel get alignment of the stars going? Big punish by Cody now, though. Drexel on extremely low health, and we already know his healing is not that hot. In the previous fights, we have seen him struggling to get up off that low health mark. Can he do it? He's in big trouble. Tries to punish. I don't know if I'll be doing that right now. I think he needs to get his health up, reset this fight, try get some control, try get some movement control. I think he's put himself in a risky position. I don't like the jumping, but I like the playstyle so far. If he had more healing in CP, I think he would be in a very strong position right now. As it is, I think that Cody's got a big lockdown right now. This Nightblade needs to pull a miracle off to get back in. He does get his shields back up, though. And they're back down again. If Cody gets an ultimate right now, this could be big trouble. If Cody gets an ultimate, I'm seeing it brewing. I'm calling it right now. There is going to be a dunk right now. It's coming. There it is. Called it. I'll take it. Blob knows his shit. Gets the takedown against Drexel. Well played, Cody. Beautiful. Really good kill. Perfect timing. Played it exactly as I would have seen. Yeah. Perfect combo. Bird, bird. Scarab. And there comes the Dawnbreaker. It's over and done. Almost unsurvivable, that combo. Very well done by him. I think the Nightblade did well. Honestly, in Drexel's position, I think he needs a bit more healing CP. Drexel put in his max burst. He says he got him down to 11k health. Yeah, I mean 29k health, stamina warden, resistances. It's pretty rough to do. Next fight. Well said. Magic Nightblade against Magic Nightblade. We're going to have the dueled pride of Alan. Not quite like the Kappa pride of Alex. He's going to be against True Story on the range Magic Nightblade. It's too easy. It is too easy indeed. Okay, this is an interesting matchup. So, in terms of burst potential, the melee blade has way more chance of getting the kill. However, in terms of fight control, the ranged is going to have a big advantage here. This is one of those fights that often comes down to player skill. I've played both melee, I've played both ranged. This is a class I know a lot about, and this could go either way. This is purely going to be down to the player skill on their specific class and their knowledge, sorry, their specific playstyle and their knowledge about the other playstyle. What this is going to come down to is, can this Magic Nightblade melee blade manage the control over the ranged Magic Nightblade? And can he then get a good punish in like that? That's exactly what he should be doing. Get those punish ins. Now, what's important for both of these players is trying to get the punish coming in just as the shield is dipping. So you'll see right there, True Story shield down. Right now would be a great opportunity for a full punish. At this point, it would be the range turns. Just try and break that shield down with your dots. As the shield's dipping or as the duration's breaking, that's when you want to really time your ultimate, your big boy burst, because you're going to be getting the crit chance. You're going to be getting some decently low health to actually have a chance of bursting it, and just generally going to have a lot more fight control. So far, I can see this going either way. Truly, both players are playing really well. Aspect of Death now taking a big dip. A lot of control coming from True Story. If True Story gets a score here, but great counter burst by Alan. Coming in with the incap and immersives out of nowhere. And it could even be that Alan is baiting this. It's hard to say. Now, one thing I've noticed here, I am not seeing any minor maim from Alan. That is a rough day. 15% damage more. He's taking quite unnecessarily here. Mutagen is a weaker skill, unquestionably, than Image if you don't have minor maim source. He is running Pirate Skeleton as his monster set. That's another really interesting choice. I suppose it's not a bad choice on melee Magic Blade. If he's not running that much healing and is running a low shield, then it is a good option. I don't know if it's what I would run, but it is definitely viable. I think I'm more of a damage guy. I think Groftar would be the better choice here, but we'll see how he makes it work. He has done phenomenally well so far. Can he turn this around? So True Story now putting the burst in. You do notice, obviously, with that destro, his max burst is quite a bit less here than Alan's. Now, Alan with a big opportunity. I could see it coming. Doesn't quite get the kill, though. Obviously, that shield dipping on True. That was a wonderfully timed burst by Aspect. Sees the shield coming down. Gets the gap close in. Times the incap and the punish on the Merciless. At this point, Alan should have that Merciless Brute up. There's no point in him using it right now. Obviously, full shield on True Story. That shield's going to dip in 2-1. Right now, the chance to punish. That shield's going down. Unfortunately, it does get CC'd with a lot of control coming in from True Story, taking full control over this fight. Oh, big. That's a very unlucky time to get scored. He could be down here. He is over. That is a pretty unfortunate proc. Aspect of Death then going a bit offensive at a risky point. Well done, True Story. Excellent kill. And True Story gets the kill. Brilliant fight. That's more like it. Damage against damage. My sexy voice combined. It's better than a night out in the pub. It's better than Star Wars. Actually, I don't know. I haven't seen the Star Wars yet, but we'll see. Only thing better than that was potentially my Jalfrezi, but who knows?
My tikka masala. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like a tikka masala, actually. I really like spicy curries and korma more than anything else, though. Korma is like a coconutty one. I have worse than Vindaloo. I've had the one, I don't know what it's called. It has ghost pepper. It was a limited time offer in Morrison's. My God. It came with this warning label saying you will need to eat yogurt with this. I bought one in case, but I thought, you know what, I really like spicy food. I actually got really good spicy cheese in the fridge. Brilliant chili cheese. And I thought, you know what, I'll be fine. Not a problem. Yeah, one mouthful in, that yogurt was straight over the top. That was like Couch Girl 2 or something.
What's
Go on,
the hottest pepper in the world? What is it again?
It's a ghost pepper.
Is it? Right.
Yeah.
I thought it got changed. I thought there was like a new one. That
a new one?
Made.
I'm going to have to have one of those then. I really like spicy food.
Eat them whole.
Yeah, just chew on it. My new stream food. Drenol says he runs Mutagen for the Maelstrom healing stuff. I did notice that, yeah, so I guess he's using it for a sustain source. Sorry, Alex, you were saying. Please.
I was going to say the hottest pepper I've had was, I think it's a bird's eye chili.
A bird's eye. Oh, it's better than a fish and chips. Sort of dice up the bones or something.
Nah, that's generally what it's called.
Okay.
It was really, really spicy though.
I don't know it. But moving on to the fight here, because this looks like a pretty good fight so far. Captain Hammersmith has been struggling so far on that Stamina Templar. He is against Alzides, who's running a pretty aggressive Magic DK. A lot of damage from him so far this tournament. I could see him going pretty far. Losing bracket or winning bracket, he's got a lot of kill potential there. Such a shame that he didn't quite land that combo at the right time. He's running Flames of Oblivion. He's running, I think, Scoria. He is running Scoria. I don't know. Is he running Scoria? I can't tell. I'm trying to find out. But either way, he's running Flames of Oblivion. He's got big boy leaps. A lot of damage on that build. Streamer suggesting he's running Sun and Burning Spell. More than a possibility. He's definitely a light armor to have this much damage. His damage is phenomenally high. If he gets fossilized a bit too late on that fossilize, he could have had the kill there. He gets it anyway. The Flames of Oblivion coming in. Great kill. Brilliant play by the DK. Phenomenally strong. The chat says the Ghost Pepper is half as hot as a Carolina Reaper. Well, I'll tell you what, stream. Someone send me one of those bad boys fresh, and I will show you how you terminate a pepper. I'll chew on it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I love a good chili pepper.
Something else.
Yeah. There's always one cocky
You'd
guy
probably die if you had to. Because I think I've seen a video of someone eat one of those peppers.
I wouldn't die. I've got a really strong spicy tooth, you know. I can deal with a ghost pepper pretty well. If I have just a ghost pepper, it's hot. Don't get me wrong. It's brutally hot, but I can eat that quite comfortably. I've got a really, really... You know, some people have like sweet tooth. Outside of like a good piece of Swiss chocolate, which Shay sent me for my Christmas present. What a guy, by the way. Yeah. How do we send you stuff? I consider getting a PO box, you know. I really did consider it. Only a few people have my address. I think Alex has it. Accidentally. Shay has it. And then Liz has it. I think 2 other people have it. Jorah, maybe. Not too many. Obviously, I can't just give my address out online for multiple obvious reasons. But I have considered getting a PO box for that sort of stuff. I've had a lot of people offer to give some food and that sort of stuff. Sorry for that. I wasn't watching the fight. So we're moving on to Josh Lenore against Tanga. Both of these players... have struggled today towards the later stage of the fight, but both had a pretty good start. Actually, I think Josh Lenore struggled in his start and improved later. Tangard had the great start and struggled in his last fight. So, Tangard running the Stamina DK Big Boy Burst build. He is going to be against Josh Lenore on the Magic DK, one of our previous late stages. I can't remember if he was the winner or semi-finalist, but he did really good in a previous tournament. Has been struggling in this tournament. He's had some rough matchups, mind you. Gone against a lot of the stronger players. Now, an interesting thing to note here is the Stamina DK is now running forward momentum. I don't know if he's running it previously, because I mentioned he didn't have a gap closer or a snare removal. I don't know if these guys are jumping just to piss me off. It's difficult to tell. but I don't want to comment. Stamina DK, fuck him up, dude. I don't like Josh Nor's jumping. Miserable. But unfortunately, Josh Nor so far with a pretty strong vice grip on this fight. The stamina DK really struggling with all of those dots on him. He needs to try and get a bit more control here. He has just as much dot power as that DK. He needs to get in, get aggressive, and put some burst in there. This DK doesn't have so much block ability. His healing is not that crazy. The stamina DK wants to get close and personal and lock this fight down as fast as possible. The roots are not the end of the world for him. It's tough to say.
What's the green weapon glow? What enchantment's that?
So green weapon glow could be one of two enchants. The first is a vulnerability. So vulnerability is going to give you 8% more damage. The other one that you'll commonly see is vitality draining. So vitality draining is going to give 4.4 seconds, 15% less healing, and 8% more healing for yourself. That's a really, really strong one in duels. I know that a lot of really strong stam DKs like it, especially. And Josh Nor in big trouble here. Execute range, shields are down. Oh. It's over. Stam DK with the slam dunk. Really good fight there. You can see actually he's running Truth there on the one-hand shield, just in case anyone was interested in his set. That is the red guard style, which I believe is Truth. Don't quote me. I have my moments of failure. Well done to him, taking Josh Nor. Josh having a bit of a rough day today. He's been doing previously very well, but yeah, unfortunate there. He does get the kill. I would love to comment on the brackets, but I think my brackets are bugged. So I'm just going to go with the fights until we move on to the winning bracket, and then we'll know what's going on with the leaderboards. In case anyone's interested in the leaderboards, our current quarter-finalists, no, semi-finalists at this point, are going to be Cody and Truth Story. And they're going to be fighting against the winner of the losers bracket, which we are currently deciding now. So, Young Nagato. I love that name. What a flow it has. Young Nagato is going to be against Trapped Under Rice. Again, pretty good name. We've got a pair up of wonderful names here. Young Nagato running the Stamina Nightblade bleed build. He has been struggling to land some combos here in a build that I consider one of the strongest possible duel setups. I really want to see him put a lot more pressure on his opponents. He really should be keeping that dot up time, punishing way, way, way more. Maybe it's a CP thing. Maybe it's just an experience thing. I don't know. He's going to be fighting against the Magic K, Jake. Now, in Jake's position, Jake wants to keep as much control here. Jake does not want to be going passive in this fight one bit, because as soon as he lets that Nightblade get up on health, that Nightblade is going to be taking major control of the fight very, very quickly. As that DK, I would be trying to keep as much of a lockdown as possible. Interesting change here. The Nightblade may well be in the stream. We commented on his lack of minor main before. He now has Shadow Image, which is going to be a big help to him. Going to have much better survivability with that, and it's going to give him a much better chance. So I'd like to see how he can make the most of that. I'm trying to work out. Ooh, big, big trouble for Trapped Under Rice. Now, Trapped Under Rice is definitely running Bloodthorn here. That's that blue proc you're seeing coming around his body right there. That's the Bloodthorn proc. So it's going to be his stamina and magical sustain. In terms of CC break, he should be good with that, assuming he doesn't overblock, even with the Resto and the Jeweled. Big burst there, unfortunately, doesn't quite get through. Well blocked by the Stamina Nightblade. Common mistake there is to roll dodge after that Fossilize or Leap. You are better off blocking. You're going to get caught with the whip, otherwise off-balanced. Not a great scenario. And now the Nightblade turning a lot of heat up, but well Fossilized. Big opportunity for burst. He should be getting the kill there. Why did he not get the kill? It should be over. Now pressure, pressure, pressure. He's heavy attacking. Stamina Nightblade needs to turn the heat up maximum. And misses that opportunity as well. It hurts me. Apparently the blue proc is the Maelstrom Resto. Okay, my apologies. It must be a similar colour. So the blue proc is his Maelstrom Resto. My mistake. That's how he's getting his heal and his sustain in this case. Big pressure from the Stam Nightblade. That DK putting in a defensive leap. Doesn't quite get a full punish. If you fossilize, not fossilize Talon. Talon, Talon, please Talon. Oh no, please. He was killable. Both of these players missing a lot of kill opportunities here. Both of these players should have had this kill 3-4 times by now. Now, right now, a Fossilize would get this kill. Come on, Fossilize him, Fossilize him, Fossilize him, Fossilize him. Please, Fossilize him. Oh, it's too late. So, Magic DK, another let off for the Stam Nightblade there when he really could have had the kill. Troll King was not procced. Nightblade was about 30% health. He was CCable. Should have been a kill there. Stam Nightblade now, big opportunity. He's going to get this, surely. He can't. No way. How does he not get it? The Stam Nightblade now trying to hold that burst, but the DK full of health, getting those heavy attacks completely free of charge. Stam Nightblade really should be moving there. I would roll dodge. Even on low stam, I might risk the roll dodge there. It's a good opportunity. Big burst. This is surely it. Surely. Come on. Oh, no. Please. Stamina Nightblade surviving yet again on a fraction of health. This time the DK got his combo perfectly. Unfortunately, choice of skills this time screwing him with that Flames of Oblivion missing. Flames of Oblivion, this would be completely over. I love that skill. It's a very sexy skill. Stamina Nightblade looking to get those bleeds up. He has the first up. Not a good time to ulti. I hope he doesn't ult here. It'll be a huge waste. Don't ult. Put your bleeds up. Put your bleeds up. I haven't seen Renning Slashes in about 2 minutes. It's your best skill. Put Renning Slashes up, Nightblade. Put it up. That's what she said. There we go. There's the Renning Slashes. Now, we're looking for the punish from the Nightblade, but the DK seeing it. Coming in with the great resources. Oh, DK could be in trouble here, actually. If the DK... Not the DK, the Nightblade... Come on, Nightblade. Root him, root him, root him. Talon. Not the Fossilize. No. Oh, no. He needs to Talon. Talon, whip, whip, leap. Trying to get the burst on full health is not going to work. Both of these players need to look. That's a better time. Unfortunately, a good block by the DK on the burst. Try to get those punishes in on the medium to low health. That's when you want to get those big, big bursts. Don't waste it on the max health. Look for the perfect opportunity. Now, Stam Nightblade. Here is your opportunity. Put the bleeds up. Great Fossilize for the DK. It's a good fight. I can see both of these players getting a kill. It's just frustrating seeing them not get the kill. We got the fans running in the background. Don J and Big Boy Season. I like that name. Running in hot. I think there's a kill. I definitely think there's a kill potential here. I would like to see this go for a couple more minutes. Tell me if you get bored, chat, but I think that this is worth a little longer. I really think that this has potential. We're going to give this about 2 minutes more, chat. Then I want a vote. So don't vote yet. Keep watching the fight and decide. I'm being as unbiased as I can. It's a really close fight at this point. Both of these players can get a kill. Stam Nightblade, this is not the time to ulti. Why does he ulti then? He could have saved it. There was a chance. Both of these players are making the same mistakes. They're wasting the ulti slightly too aggressively at the wrong time. Now's your opportunity. Talon, Talon, Talon. Not Talon. Fossilize, Fossilize, Fossilize. DK now missing a punish. It's too late for the leap. You should have used it before. Oh, it's so frustrating. I can't put words to it. Stam Nightblade wants to get those bleeds up. He gets the Renning Slashes up. Now's a good time. Let's see an in-cap. No! Don't do it. Oh, it hurts my soul, guys. Both of these players making too many mistakes. They're both playing well, but they're both missing the perfect opportunity for these punishes. There are opportunities where both players could get killed so many times here. I guarantee one of these players gets killed, but they don't want to let it go too much longer. Don't ult. Don't ult. Please don't ult, Nightblade. Please don't ult. Right, so the Nightblade is currently off CC. Now would be a good time to get a punish. Here we go. Here we go. There's an in-cap. Now a Merciless. Not a concealed weapon. No. Great, DK. Come on, DK. He does have Flames of Oblivion. He just doesn't have the uptime very well. Okay, so DK does have Flames of Oblivion on his bar. He just needs to perfect the burst with that combo. I'd like to see the DK use this Fossilize a bit more selectively. So the DK often choosing Fossilize before Talons. Generally speaking, you want to use Talons first. The reason you want to do that is if they choose to roll dodge, you've got your Fossilize as a backup. If they don't roll dodge, you get a full punish on Talons, wait 2 seconds, then put Fossilize up, and then punish on that scenario, and you're going to get way more damage output. Going to give this fight about 1 minute more now. Yang and Trapped, both with kill potential. I don't know who's going to get it. Chat, please put a vote in. This is an exceptionally close fight. Both players making similar mistakes. Both players with kill potential. Good punish, but the DK a little too early on the health. He's going to get away with it because of that Troll King. Troll King is rough to fight against. You need to be bursting at the right time, and I don't think either players are doing that. Now's the time. Oh, he doesn't have an ulti, though. If he can ambush into an ult. Ambush into an ult. Come on. He's got to have an ult. Surely he's not in Captain Ages. Now it's too late. Don't ulti. Please don't ulti. Gets the Renning Slashes up. DK with a good opportunity. He went with the Fossilize. It should be Talons. Oh, see, now he can't get the burst when the guy dips on low health. That's the big issue here. Both players are doing their combos slightly the wrong way. They both have the potential. They both have the sets. They both have the skill. Good chance for a kill. Nightblade not quite getting it. DK needs to get that heal up. Defensive leap coming in towards the end of the fight. Trying to get a bit of defensive pressure coming up. Now, that's better. We're seeing the Talons first. Whip, whip. Get a full punish. Get those dots up. Don't Fossilize so early. Save that Fossilize for the right time. Nightblade heavily defensive right now. Is he going to be able to get a pressure on? Now's the time. Heavy attack resto. Please in-cap. Please God in-cap him. No! Oh, it does my soul. Not now. He's full health. Both of these players. All right, chat. I think we're going to call this. Both of these players have a chance to kill it. Please, chat, place your vote. Stamina Nightblade or DK? Nightblade or DK, chat? Nightblade or DK? It's easy to say when you're watching. In the same scenario, in the fight and outside of the fight, it's all about knowing your burst. Both those players doing it slightly wrong. DK or Nightblade, guys, if it's not super close, it looks pretty one-sided. Looks like the DK getting the majority here from the chat. It was a really good fight, though. Both of those players had fight. Alright, looks like the DK gets it. Both players missing some buffs there. I think I agree with the DK. I think that Troll King did save the Nightblade a couple of times. On the other hand, I do think that the DK missed a lot of punishes just by the way he rotated his skills. And there are very many people who messed that up. He was just fossilizing beforehand. He should have been fossilizing after. I don't know what I just missed there, but this guy just absolutely decimated someone. High Policy literally destroyed Nyasa there. My god, that damage. There we go. So the vote does go in favour of the Magic DK in that previous fight. It was a close one. The Stam Nightblade did get a vote from us earlier, so at least we can't be considered biased. Blobs, did you duel against Cody and did you lose the match? I am a NA level 3. I'd like you to guess on that scenario. Me and Cody have fought together on EU server once, but he doesn't have the EU account anymore. Well, but keep in mind that both the DK and the Nightblade were missing buffs often. Yeah. I feel that both those players had a chance. It was rough. Like, well, in either way, Laville, I can only go with the majority. I don't make the final decision. The chat does. We can't tell the ping of the Nightblade. We can't tell anything like that. I honestly feel that both of those players need to practice their combo slightly more. Both of those players should have, and hopefully in the future will get a kill. They definitely had the potential there and just messed it up slightly. So, moving on to the next fight, we have, I'm getting traded, Tanga versus Alzides. Would you like some soul shriven gloves? There you go, mate. Special gift. I'm a generous man. We have Tanga against Alzides now. Tanga on the stamina. Oh, bananas. Alex knows all about them. Tanga playing the stamina DK. He's going to be against Alzides. Mega aggressive magic DK. I like Alzides build a lot, actually. And I'm a big fan of his here so far. I've seen some really good performances from him. I want to see him go through the losing bracket back into the winners. I truly do. Tanga obviously has the potential to do so as well. So, who's going to get it, guys? Place your votes before the fight. Stamina or Magic DK? Who do you think is going to win? This should be a good fight here, honestly. This could be a really, really good one. Both these players, very, very strong players. I'm seeing Purge coming in for the Magic DK. I actually really like that skill choice in this fight. It can be really, really nice against a Stamina DK who's running a dot-based build. Well, the Magic DK really needs to manage his Embers, though. He's missed a couple of opportunities on those Embers already. He wants to get those Embers and fossilize. There is no point in casting Talons. This is very, very rough as a Magic DK against... Oh. Oof. It's been destroyed. Like Stamina DK takes it. I was about to say, it's very rough against Forward Momentum. Against Forward Momentum, you need to just accept Talons is not going to happen. Manage your Fossilize. Even though Fossilize is not going to get the root, if you get your whips in quick enough, you will definitely get your proc stills. If you bash cancel those whips, you're still going to get your proc heal and your Embers. It's a tougher fight style. Many match DKs haven't quite learned the best playstyle when you haven't got talents available to. I think it's something worth practicing. It's a very valuable playstyle to learn in terms of low sustain, high damage builds. It's completely viable to play without talents, definitely. I've done it in the past myself. I had great success. It's a very niche playstyle. It comes down to practice. You have to learn how to get around that different lack of route. And it's more about managing your dots a little slower in rotation. Maybe taking a half second, a quarter second between your rotation. Saves a lot of resources. And means that when you're hitting your burst, you're doing a lot more damage. It's a tough scenario. It takes a lot of practice to master that. So No problem on his front. Next fight is going to be True Story on his Magical Nightblade. He's going to be fighting against Cody, who's still not running Crystallized Shield. So the Nightblade is not entirely automatically lost, but it's close to automatically lost because he's against Stamina Warden and he's against Cody. This is the finals for the winner's bracket. Note that the winner of this will fight the winner of the loser's bracket to go on to the grand finals, because the winner of the loser's bracket will have also lost only one fight. But actually I say that the loser of this will fight the winners of the loser bracket, and then the winner of that will fight against Cody. So Cody now putting an enormous amount of pressure on True Story. I'm just going to be realistic here. There is absolutely no chance. I will eat the container of this Toblerone, genuinely, if Cody somehow loses this. The whole thing. You know, I'll even eat it in one bite, because there is no situation where he's going to lose. The problem is, the Nightblade has no chance of getting through that much health and that much healing when he's taking this much pressure. Even if he wasn't taking any pressure, I still don't think that Cody could possibly lose. Note that when I say that, that does not include if Cody crashes. There's no scenario where Cody's going to lose this fight, I think. Yeah, nice block from Cody, blocking off that heavy attack. There's not many players that have been doing that. It's good to see the punish on that. He does have minor maim up right now. Obviously, Wizard will post it on our rival Nightblade over using Image. It's not a bad choice. Canberra on the belt. I think that this is over. Cody actually missing a punish there. He could have easily got that kill. Might have had a bit of a delay. I don't know. I can't see a screen. But he could have easily got that execute then after that Dawnbreaker. It would have just taken one swing and it would be over. But that Nightblade is still getting brutalized. This is what it looks like to be destroyed. Oh my god. Cody. Down to 18k, 20k health. Can this Nightblade? No, there's a full health rally. Never mind. Cody actually taking some major heat. I don't know if he heard me and just wants me to eat a Toblerone packet. But this is worrying. Nightblade actually, somewhere out of this, has come out with some very, very good combos and is turning this fight around a little bit. Can he keep control? I like the choice of kiting. Another good block by Cody, blocking off that resto. So Nightblade in trouble on resources. Please get the execute.
Oh.
I would stay executing. He knows he's getting ulti. He's got Asylum 2-hander. Why not stay executing? There's no need to buff it up. If he's on 13% health, you could get that kill. I don't want to criticize Cody's playstyle. Obviously, he's an exceptional player, but I think he could have farmed a bit of ulti there free of charge. I've got to be as unbiased as I can in these scenarios. I've got the outside view. It's a tough scenario in that situation. Just what I would have done. Now, True Story, trying to get at least some pressure on the Death Machine class that the Warden is. Can he somehow get another burst? He's got Cody down a little bit once. If I was him, I'd be going full rotation here. I'd be going PvE mode. Cripple, funnel, 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 merciless. Cripple, funnel, 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 merciless, etc., etc. Poop that shit out like you've never done it before. And then as soon as you have an ulti, just pray to God that you can land it. Because if you don't get that ulti, you're in trouble. True Story still on major dire straits. I think he's very low on resources right now. I think that if Cody goes full aggression, this fight is over. I don't think that he's got magic right now. I think he's trying to heavy attack. Cody blocks the heavy attack. Yeah, this Nightblade's screwed. You could tell the low resources. Those shields not very defensive. He pops a pot there. You can see it coming around his body. So Nightblade is back in this fight, at least briefly. That being... I was about to say he's got a Dawnbreaker, but Cody does get away... sorry, the Nightblade does get away from that Dawnbreaker with the resto ult. AFK ult, very strong. Everyone likes the AFK ult. I don't like the AFK ult. Alex likes the AFK ult. The Warden absolutely pummeling this Nightblade. If he has a Dawnbreaker right now, I don't think he'll have quite yet. I think he's probably got an ulti right now. So this Nightblade needs to be really careful. If he dips low, this fight will end. Especially on this health. But big burst on Cody. Cody now dipping 15k health. But there it is. Oh my god. And there's the bait. Gets the kill. Cody with a takedown. Well done, Cody. That's the first time so far that I've seen Cody get a couple of mistakes. Nothing major, just like two. I think one execute he could have had. It might have been an FPS drop. Definitely, I would have been executing in that little low health phase. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to floor Cody's playstyle in any previous fight. Obviously, Cody exceptionally skilled. Warden exceptionally strong. When you combine the two of those, it's rough days for everyone. Well done to Cody. Does get the fight. So he's going to be going on to the finals of the winning bracket. He's going to be fighting against the winner of the losing bracket. Oh, okay. Apparently he's not running an execute. Then that explains. Fair enough. That explains. So at the moment he must be running 4 rather than Asylum 2-hander. I don't know. Anyway. Next fights. This is going to be the losing bracket. We're going to be progressing the winners of the losing bracket slowly but surely into a final of the losing bracket. That will include our Nightblade, who we did just see lose that previous fight. I'd like to see him come back. Didn't do bad. Just a shame he had slightly lower sustain. And they'll go on to fight Cody in the grand finale, which I feel very bad for them for, because they are in big trouble. But moving on, so we're going to have Trapped under Rice on his Maj DK. He's going to be against High Policy. Very aggressive Stam DK. To be honest with you, I would like Trapped to win this. Nothing against High Policy. It's just we've already seen High Policy didn't really have a chance against Cody. Obviously, Stamina against Stamina. It's a shame because Stamina generally has a better chance against Warden than Magicka, especially when you consider Crystal Shield as an option. However, of course, the Stamina is always going to be a weaker class than the Warden. So it's a rough scenario, really. We know the Stam DK has lost once to Warden. I'd like to see the Magic DK pull something out. We'll see what happens here. I don't know how this is going to go. Both of these players have played pretty well in the last few fights, so we will see. Magic DK obviously did get our vote fairly recently. Now, if I was this DK, I would be really watching that Magic DK's Stamina. I think the DK needs to punish this. I would be CCing on cooldown against this DK. I do not believe that that DK... What the hell is that name? I ambush into keeps. Neon X stake. Okay. I don't believe that... I don't believe that that DK is going to be able to manage his stamina here. He's blocking a lot on Dueled, and I would doubt that he's running much stamina right now. If I was this DK, every single cooldown, I would punish that stamina, and I absolutely guarantee he could run this guy out of stamina and take this fight. The question is he going to notice that? From that perspective, it can be rough to find out. I think that's his best chance of getting the kill. In terms of the DK, honestly, it's going to be alignment of the stars here. Stamina DK, when they're tanky, it's a nightmare to kill them. Stamina DK with 100 shield is a bugger to kill. It's as tanky as Magic DK and then some. It's a real nightmare. So Magic DK really needs to just keep those dots up, keep as much pressure as he can. Root, whip, whip, leap, whip. That's his only chance, and he needs his Flames of Oblivion to time with the first whip of the first combo and the ultimate or the whip of the second. That's the only chance he's got of getting this kill. So far, I'm liking the Stam DK, but both of these players are strong, and the Magic DK is keeping most of the offense. I just believe that... Oh, and here we go. That's a big turnaround for the Magic DK. He might even get this here. Please, fossilize. He's not CC'd. Oh, he was CC'd. I take it back. Ignore me. He was CC'd. I just can't see from this range. So, Stamina DK has now taken a big punish from the Magic DK. That's a good leap. Unfortunately blocked. Can he follow it up? Stamina DK pretty strongly on supplies here. He is now CCable, and actually this would be a good time to punish. Can he get a fossilize here? I'd like to see a pop. There it is. There's the punish. Just as the heal comes in, though, unfortunately. A split second there, and that could have been really the other way. Gets the vigor up. Great healing by the DK there. Magic DK playing a gentle approach here. I like that. Just take it slow. Try and keep the pressure up. Gets a free heavy attack that's not blocked, I believe. Hard to tell from this distance again. There's a fucking tiger in the way. Excuse my language, viewers. High policy now.
Tiger, though. It's pretty nice.
It is a good tiger. It's very cute. It's a little snow leopard.
Oh. Okay.
From my angle, it looks like this puma's just shat it out, but might be a dodgy angle, I guess. High policy now, putting a lot of heat onto our DK. So, who is going to get this kill? I honestly don't know. This could go either way at this point. Oh, this guy's intentionally standing in front of me. That's such a bitch. Oh, good opportunity. Oh, big heal from the Nightblade. The DK, though, the Stam DK getting a big heal off. Unfortunate for the DK on the Magicka. He could have got that kill. It's so hard to say DK. It's a nightmare, DK. Actually. I'm going to have to call them by their names. Let's go for that. Jake, now, putting all of his buffs up. He's on pretty big defense. Now's the time his stamina should be getting punished. Punish that stamina, please. He's CCable. Get him. Hunt him down, Stam DK. Anytime you see someone blocking on Dueled, Arresto staff, any of that dodgy stuff, punish them. They are going to run out of stamina. It was a missed opportunity there. It's a shame to see. He could honestly have already won this fight, in my opinion. I really think he could run this guy. Oh, big opportunity for the DK. What a leap! He gets the kill. That's how you get a combo. Flames of Oblivion on the second whip after the root. Into the leap on the roll dodge. Perfect execute. Well done to the DK. Magicka DK. Trapped. God damn this game. Very well done to the Magicka DK. That's a better kill. Great timing on the burst. That's what you need in a fight. Out of nowhere. Beautiful. That's exactly what I like to see. So, I believe the winner of those will now go on to fight our Nightblade, the Magicka Nightblade who lost in the previous fight. And then they will be progressing to fight against Cody. But I could be wrong. Kenda says, alright, we have the top 6 decided. So this week there will be 6 people receiving some dosh. Unfortunately not me. Feels bad, man. So they're going to be fighting out from the lower stages, I think. He says, let's start weeding the fights out for the top 5. So Drexel against Tanga is going to be the next fight. Drexel on the Magicka Nightblade. I think he's lagging, he's saying in chat. So hopefully we can get through that. He did do really good before. Unfortunately got taken down by Cody. It's a rough day. I mean, Magicka Nightblade against Warden. Might as well log off at that point. Unless got Jorik's Bane, then the Warden might as well log off. Stack a bit of 85% heal debuff, as you do. So, this should be a good fight. Tanga, aggressive stamina DK. None of that passive stuff. He's going to be against Drexel. Also, a very aggressive player on the Magicka Nightblade. Honestly, this could go either way. We'll see how things go. Notice that roll dodge from Trex there. He's running Truth, and that is a very, very quick ulti. He's running Truth. He's trying to roll dodge to proc his CP passive to get the buff of off balance. That is then going to proc his Truth for another 400 weapon damage, which is big boy damage in polite man's terms. Meanwhile, Drexel running a far more steady build, really looking at just keeping the heat up, timing a Scoria burst with the Merciless, and basically praying to God he gets the kill. It's a rough playstyle, so Destro Nightblade has a lot of kill potential against lower health targets. I think when you meet someone tanky, and this is something that always caused me to be interested in melee playstyle especially, it's rough to get the kill. It's pretty hard to get the kill, even with Scoria. Getting the killing blow is nearly impossible. If you take Cody's 28k health and max resistances, or close to, the odds of getting that down are pretty much 0. Even if you break him down a lot with the dots, getting that burst in for the one-shot is so difficult. Even if you crit everything, you're probably not getting the kill. This is where I really like to see those different playstyles, Duel, Destro, that sort of stuff. That being said, they have their other places where range obviously has a big advantage, and so it's all going to come down to the player's skill at that point. And both these players have proved themselves throughout the tournament, progressing to the late rounds here. Drexel and Tanga both dip into about 15k health. How are they going to turn it around? So far, they're both jumping around like wankers. I feel Drexel doing it more so. Go on, Tangard. Pull it out. I honestly don't know how to comment. Alex, I'm sorry. Anything to say? How was your dinner? How was the curry?
It was pretty good. Well, it was leftovers from... Because I got a carry in.
Well,
oh my god, he just won.
There is the kill. Out of nowhere, the Truth proc into a dunk. Into the execute. And Ambush into Keeps has volunteered himself for a teabag.
Clap.
That's a good kill. Bad luck to Drex there. He was in the stream. Excellent kill by Tangard. Tangard does progress. To be fair, leftover curry is pretty good. I feel reheated curry actually gains flavour. Maybe it's just me.
You think? Oh, it did taste nice.
Yeah, maybe it is just me. It's a good way to go. So, moving on to the next fight. This is going to be Alan, our Magicka melee Nightblade. He's going to be against Trapped Under Rice. Now, I believe this is 3rd, 4th playoff. Don't quote me, though. I'm normally wrong on this sort of stuff. And this will be against Drexel, and the loser of this next fight will be for 5th place. I am right then. So, this fight, the winner is going to be progressing to fight for the 3rd, 4th. I could be wrong. And the loser is going to be going on to fight Drexel for 5th place. Who is going to take it? Jake, obviously on our Magicka DK Aggressor. He's going to be against the big boy burst build of Aspect. Now, note that Drexel is running... sorry, not Drexel. Jake is running Wings. Does Alan know how to fight against that? That is the question. These star effects are very cool on the bottom of my screen. What even is that? That is exceptionally cool. Bit annoying, though. Can Alan learn how to fight against those wings? He needs to really look at getting those cripple punishes. We've mentioned it 1,000 times. Can't mention it enough times. Waiting for those wings to dip. Right now, cripple. Punish him with a cripple. So many opportunities. Not the merciless, the cripple. Don't go for the burst. Drain his resources. Wait for a leap. Wait for his ultimate. After that ultimate, burn him a bit more. And then start looking for your kill. Because that's when he's going to be really struggling for Magicka. Seeing those heavy attacks fly. He does pop a pot. So right now... Trap is going to be pretty good on Magicka. You can see that spiral coming around him if you're interested how I can tell on the pot. Maybe that's just me. We're moving on now. Aspect and Trapped both making not too much progress here. Obviously Aspect playing it right here. He's playing it slow, defensive, waiting for the opportunity through the wings. He needs to punish it a bit more with a cripple. Right now is another opportunity to get a cripple down. Please cripple, not a merciless. Cripple, 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 cripple. There we go. There's a cripple coming in. Try and break down the Magicka. Then break down the health, and then go for the kill. bursting without those wings is going to be very, very rough. He does have a big boy burster. We've already seen that in previous fights. Let me look at the chat briefly. So, Shadzilla says, I think Crawford's mum kicked him out of her basement and he sold his computer to pay for some food. Dude, that's bullshit. Crawford is a brilliant guy. Extremely nice. I love his attitude to the game. He's a very good personality. Be polite. SK blah, 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 blah. I can't read that. If he could cripple and light attack, then fear Spectral Bow in caps. So that is an essay. If he manages that in a split second, mate, he's becoming the president of America. What else do I see here? Blinken says they got to do these tournaments earlier. The Europeans are punchy. And someone also mentioned that I should do this on EU. I'm good, thanks. EU is full of egotistical buggers. The other big problem, though, realistically, with EU is just too many customized duel builds on our server to really get anywhere. The really nice thing you see on NA is people generally run with proper open world builds for the most part. There are some people come in dual customized setups, but generally speaking, people are running in their open world setups, and I think it creates a much more dynamic duel environment. It's far more interesting. It's almost impossible to really control that stuff, and maybe that's just me. I don't know how the ego is like on the NA server. I don't know any about that, but EU, it's not a great community. I can kill almost all, if not all, and I'm not even interested in it. It's just not nice. It's... People are like, I fucked your mum last night. You're thinking, right, that's great. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing your vast intellect with me. That's a better punish now from Aspect. Better punishes come from Aspect now. Can he get through those wings? I really want to see him get those cripples a bit more often. There's a cripple. Cripple. Come on. No need to fear. Again, Aspect really needs to manage how he's getting those punishes in. There's not an opportunity to fear. Anytime those wings are down, he's got to get cripple up. That's the only sustained DPS he has. It is the only chance he has of punishing wings. Otherwise, he's going to permanently be on the defense in this fight. If he cripples, I absolutely promise you that DK is going to be buggered for resources in the late stages before his ulti. That is when he wants to be looking for concealed weapons, in-caps into mercilesses, etc. Here we go. Here's the burst. Unfortunately, the wings are up because there's a lack of punish previously. Nightblade coming in with the Lotus Fan into the ultimate, into the reflected merciless. Such a shame the DK didn't have an ulti there. He could have timed that for a full aggression approach. Not really sure what that was. I mean, depending on how much sustain this Nightblade has, he could even use Lotus Fan as a DPS here. It's a possibility, and it's not completely invalid. It is a dot, mostly, but there are opportunities where he could use it slightly aggressively. I think he's even considering doing that right now. I don't think he needs to. I think he needs to really manage his cripple. Again, wings are down. Punish. No punish for free. 4 casts. 5 casts. No need to fear there. There's no need to fear at all. His cast is going to be a dot. It doesn't matter if he's feared or not. You want to place that dot first. Once your dot's down, then you start looking at rotating your combos and really going in for the big boy burst. The chance is there for him to get the kill. Both of these players could get the kill. And to be honest, in this scenario, I think the Magic Nightblade has the kill potential more so than the DK. Yeah. Crawford, tell me who it is, and I will time them out, mate. You know what? I don't want to give you mod. Crawford, throw me any names of anyone causing carnage, and I will just get rid of them, dude. Not a problem. I don't take crap in my chat. I'm the Terminator of crap. Anyway, Alex is going to make a pun about that, so before he does, they're moving on to the back to the fight. Aspect of Death against Trapped. Not much progress, to be honest with you. Guys, fuck off. You as well. It's another crash for the Dream Team. Oh my god. This game, dude. One sec, chat, I gotta reload.
I think Tos are gonna win it, to be honest.
I honestly think that, I truly believe that KenFPK does owe those $1 million for this tournament. He owes them $1 million. They won the tournament by miles. They've won every duel so far. Someone's crashed. How's the tournament going? It's going to load screens. At least that's where we're going. It's going good. We're approaching the late stages right now. I think everyone crashed, apparently. God damn it, eh? Let me quickly cover my stream while I do my login and all of that.
Motherfucker.
I have the world's biggest password, so... Not the only thing that's the world's biggest, I suppose. Logging in right now. Crawford, throw me the names, mate, and I'll terminate them. I got you. Again, guys, drop the shit against Crawford. Drop it against anyone. I don't tolerate it. None of the bullshit to each other. We're all in the same community. It's the world's smallest community. Be civil. Be polite. Otherwise, the mods will get you, including me. I'm a meanie. I'm Just clearing up a couple of people. There we go. There's a few gone. Wait, I can't get that last one. Maybe I just can't type. We're quickly loading back in here. I think that everybody would have crashed there, but I could be wrong. The last name doesn't exist, Croffer. You might want to double check that name real fast. Come on, load screen. For me. Believe in the heart of the load screen. British accent engaged. Oh, Croffer, I hear you love to do it in an English accent. Well, I like to do it in the Welsh. Bringing the Welsh lady into the enemy community. You'll get there eventually, Croffer.
We need a Welsh person here.
We do, actually. Bring Ziri on in for some Welsh commentary. Get the full nationality.
Yeah.
We need an Irishman as well. Top of the morning to you. I can't do Irish, actually. I'm pretty good at most accents, but Irish is not my best. You just got to speak incredibly fast. Top of the morning to you. Can't do it. It's too much. If a Scot attempts an Irish accent, that would be the most embarrassing experience of my life.
You never know, I might have a good one.
Maybe. Alright, pull it out.
No.
That's what she said.
What, she said no?
No, she said pull it out.
Yeah, I know, but...
Alright, that's what she said to you, mate. I mean, she normally tells me to pull it out, but if she said no to you, I understand your pain. Okay, moving on to the fight. I guess Alan progressed there. We are Alan against Tanga. So Alan must have won the previous fight. I don't know why Jake lost that fight. I mean, from everything I saw so far, Jake was winning that fight. At least in my opinion. I don't know, but it looks like it's going to be Tanga against Alan. Stamina DK against Magica Nightblade. This is a rough scenario for Magica Nightblade. Realistically, I think that Magica Nightblade is going to struggle to get the burst here. I'd like to see him get the big boy burst. Anyway, focusing. I'm alright, Corks. I'm no fool. So, Magica Nightblade, melee blade, Alan. I don't really know why he progressed instead of the Magic K. I don't really know what happened there. I wasn't really watching. He is going to be against... Can I invite? Not a problem, Disaster. I'll grab you to the group so you can come watch this. Obviously, if you want an invite to the guild, Canopy K is your man. He's been fighting against Tanga. Performed phenomenally well on the Stamby K so far. This is more laggy than Cyrodiil Primetime right now. What is going on? Almost all of the audience crashed on the top shelf and behind us. So many guys are gone. Oh my god. Magica Nightblade defensive now. Tanga missing the block. Please, guys. Tom's top tip right here. If you see someone using a heavy attack, block it. Obviously, if it's spammed like stamina, it might not be so easy. But if you see a resto heavy attack, block the last tick for the love of God. Otherwise, you just give them free resources for no reason. I've got those guys, Crawford. They are now banned. Your YOLOkin is still not right, though. Moving on to the fight aspect in big trouble against a Stam DK. It's a very rough matchup. Killing a Stam DK as a Mage Nightblade takes alignment of the stars. He's going to need that Merciless and his ulti to crit, and they're going to have to crit big. He's going to be full buffed. He's going to have his opponent good 70% health from dots alone. I can't see the Nightblade getting this kill. I don't want to jinx it. In the past, I've had scenarios like this and pulled the clutchest kills in the world. But he does go down. Tanga getting the kill. It's a rough fight. It's a pretty tough scenario when you're not in the right sort of builds for those things. Well done to Aspect. I think he did phenomenally well through the tournament. The Stammy Kate does get the kill there. I don't know why Jake forfeited or was forfeited or whatever. Not really sure what went on there. But yeah, the fight's going to go to the Stamina DK there. Well done to Tangard. Does Scaffer still play ESO? Big main Bigu says, yes, he XV1'd my Magic Sorcerer earlier today on stream. I got him, Prophet. So, to determine 5th place, we have Trapped, aka Jake. He's going to be against Drexel. Nightblade against Mage DK. I even think these guys may have fought earlier, but don't quote me on that. This is going to be a pretty different environment, because Drexel has been in the stream, and maybe he'll take my advice on how to fight wings. I'd love to see him do it. Is he going to take it slow? Nice and peaceful. He is taking it slow. That's what I like to see. Slow punish. Gets his first crippling already. I like it. This is how you... Now he starts spamming funnel himself. Damn it, I jinxed it. It's how you play. Slow, half-cast shields. Timing the burst in through the wings. This is beautiful. This is a much better approach to fighting against a Maj DK. This is far, far stronger performance so far. Taking it slow, taking it slow. Keeps his shield steady. He's not rushing into any attacks. Right now, a punish would be great. Gets the cripple on. Perfect punish again. Maj DK really needs to look at trying to adjust his playstyle a bit. Make it a little less predictable on those wings. Otherwise, it's going to get caught out. Now would be the time to use wings aggressively from the Maj DK's perspective. Wait for the cripple, then wing. Don't pulp it out left, right, and center. Wait for when you truly need it. Otherwise, he's got a scenario right now where he is low on Magicka and he gets punished. The block coming in from the Nightblade. Can he hold these resources down? This next cripple punish will be devastating for the DK if he doesn't get an ulti off. He's going to be in dire straits on his resources right now. If that Nightblade gets a punish in, that DK is in big, big trouble. DK going in for the heavy attacks. I don't know why the Nightblade's not punishing. There we go. Now he's putting in some damage. DK's got to be so low on Magicka right now. I'm telling you, he's not potted, he's not ulted, and he's been winging left, right, and center. There's another heavy attack. This one is not blocked quick enough. I'm pretty sure he got a resource return there. This one is not blocked quick enough either. So, Jake back in this now. And we know when he is in it. He is in it to win it. That is the most cheese phrase I've ever done in my life. Pretty disappointing.
We'll let it slide.
We'll let it slide. Yeah, you know all about that though. Drexel against Drake. Drexel looking to punish, but really not get through his wings at this point. He needs to get a cripple up. There's a lot of downtime on that cripple at this point. It is the devastator of wings. I'm telling you, a billion times. I know, but it's so true. Wings on it. Come on, please. Please, God. Drexel taking a big whip. That's a much better punish by the DK now. It does get a little unfortunate timing on the Flames of Oblivion. I don't know whether that was by accident or intention. It could well have been accident because he was CC'd just before the burst. Bit unfortunate that Flames wasn't up because he could have easily got the kill. Low resource. That's a better block by Drexel. Gets a full punish here and a good incap. That's a great timing on that because he's going to get that just before the wings. That's going to waste a lot of the DK's resources on a heal and on the wings. Now, can he get a cripple up? Please cripple, please cripple, please cripple, please cripple. Too late on the cripple, and now the DK is going to get another control on the offense. The one issue here is the DK is not quite getting his burst down. We mentioned it before. Oh, how I jinxed it! So close on the burst. If he'd done that first whip before the leap, this would be over right now. He needs to look at taloning. Whip, whip, then the leap on the punish. At the moment, it's slightly too earlier. Don't worry about it, Crawford. Keep giving me the names, mate. I'll ban them as it goes. The Nightblade in dire straits. There's the time to punish. Low resources. That's a better cripple. Now we've got control of the fight. Let's build up a Merciless. Even if it's only by light attacks. Get control of the fight. Now we've got a root. Whip, whip. Now a fossilized, please. Good. Keeping control of the fight so much. No reason not to talent, but he is low Magicka, and that's not blocked off. So Jake back in the fight with more Magicka. Looking at the Nightblade now, we see a heavy attack come from him as well. Has he overshielded slightly? It's a possibility. He really wants to manage his harness. His harness is basically... Oh, and that's a big burst by the DK. The DK with a massive takedown. That's a better timing. Times it perfectly with the Flames of Oblivion. Just as the second whip comes in. That's a better rotation. Talon, whip, whip, leap with the Flames of Oblivion. Much better. Brilliant kill by him. Excellent job. Jake taking 5th place, according to them. Well done. To both players, actually. Alan gets 4th place. So 5th and 4th are now determined. That leaves 3rd, 2nd, and 1st to be decided. I think 3rd must already be decided. I think this could be the finals now. No, we don't. I take it back. Next fight is going to be True Story against Tangard. I think this must be to determine 3rd place. But don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. My mace? Don't diss my mace, dude. My mace is huge.
Check out my sword.
Sorry, Rice. I did forget to do that. Check out your sword. Oh, tiny. Expected. I'm not into that sort of thing anyway.
Look at... Oh, my face is a bear. That's it.
That's a pretty aggressive face. When you meet that face in a duel, you know you've already lost. Focusing now on the fight. Serious face engaged. We have True Story, our Magicka Nightblade performer of the day, probably. He's going to be against Tangard on the Stamina DK. We have this weird star shit spammed on us again. What on earth is this? I don't even know what this is. Stamina DK. Now, big burst on True Story. True Story doing a much better job here than the previous Nightblade in getting that burst through the Stam DK. It is not easy at all. It is very tough to fight that. I know full well how tough it can be on the resources. As long as that stamina decay keeps dots up, he's going to really, really melt on the resources. I don't know how this is going to go. Oh, big punish. Well done by that guy keeping that survival up. This disaster guy needs to fuck off, stand in front of me. There we go. Why does it unsheath my mace? I don't even know. True Story now, turning up the heat. Well blocked by Tanga on the heavy attack. And True Story is going to take some serious bursts in a sec. I'm sensing it. I'm calling it right now. Dunk is coming. It's definitely coming. Oh, it's definitely well blocked by True Story. He sees it coming as well. I knew that was coming. You could feel it brewing. True Story hadn't shielded for so long. You knew that punish from the dots and then leap was coming. Exactly that happened. But True Story reacting beautifully there. Does block the leap and keeps himself in the game for a little longer. I don't know how long it's going to go for. He is extremely defensive. A good block from Tanga. He's been exceptional on the heavy attacks. Bit of an early leap there. Maybe a bit of a waste. It's not the end of the world. He may have been low resources. It could be a defensive. Big punish by True Story now. And, oh, if he has Impale. Not quite. They're both getting up on resources. These guys have got to be in the stream doing this just to piss me off. I guarantee it. There are so many jumps. There are more jumps than the local trampoline parlor right now. True with a lot of heavy attacks. Tanga now missing the block on this one. That's one of the first I've missed. And he's going to get punished for that heavily. A lot of roots coming in. A lot of control. True Story weirdly moving into range of the DK. I'm not quite sure why he did that. Each to their own, I suppose. And that's going to give True Story a bit of defense time. This is a better block. Blocked on the 2 ender bar, so a bit expensive for Tanga, but he does get control of the fight from that. Still a bit early on that leap. I'd love to see him get those green dots up. If he can get his base dots up first before that leap, he's going to have far more kill potential for the dunk. So far, struggling. Chat, if you've got anything to say, feel free to put it in. I will get a read on it. My apologies. I've been a little inactive at the chat. I promised I would watch it. Blinken says, this is the best match. This is a good match. There's definitely kill potential from both opponents. It's going to be rough for the Nightblade, though. The Nightblade has played phenomenally. I kind of saw Tanga getting through. He went out at quite an early stage, but he had a pretty rough draw in one of his fights. And the way he's played is brilliant. I mean, he's rotated his dots really, really well. A couple of skill choices that I may have gone slightly differently, just based on ones I know. Tanga getting 2 free full heavy attacks there. No attempt to block whatsoever from True Story. Tanga's going to be really good on resources now and a leap. So I would believe Tanga's got to be pretty close to full stamina right now. I believe he's going to go very aggressive for a bit. First dot coming up, second dot coming up. He's getting close and personal, but he is low on health. Can we get a burst here? Well blocked by Tanga. Oh, can we get him? Come on! What a kill! Out of nowhere, True Story with a beautiful combo. Excellent combo. Despite the resources that Tanga build up. Times it against the leak. Big, big burst. Instantly followed by the Merciless. What a kill. Well done. True Story. That's not an easy matchup at all for a Matchblade. Brilliant play. Very, very well done. Excellent. SK Gyomish says, I would have loved to see you enter this tournament on your Maj Decay. Just you wait till I perfect this Maj Sork, mate. If you think that Maj Decay was good, wait till you see the video I make with this new Maj Sork build. This is deadly. So, this will be the grand final. Now, this has already been lost once by True Story, but this will be best out of 3 for the final. It's going to be True Story against Cody. Obviously, this is not a great matchup. This is seriously problematic for True Story. He lost it the first time. He had one moment where he did nearly get the kill. Cody did make 2 mistakes in his last match, and I'm not seeing him make mistakes very often. Maybe he can pull it out. We will see. A good start for True Story. A nice punish very early on and getting a lot of control, but massive burst countered by Cody. Huge combo coming in. None of it blocked at all by True Story. And that is going to hurt in the morning, afternoon, and for many days to come. I honestly don't know if True Story is ever going to get that health up. We already know... Oh, there we go. Here we're getting off. He does manage to kite just about well enough. Quick mention to Tanga. Obviously, the Stamina DK will be getting 3rd place today. Very respectable. Played very, very well. So... True Story, I think he's in a seriously dire strait here. He's got to manage to burst through 28k of health, all the while taking the biggest damage in the game from one of the best players in the game against a class with every buff in the game. I mean, if a dunk comes in right now, this is over. Bird, he might not have the ulti. Surely he's going to Dawnbreaker. Surely. Where is it?
No.
Is he playing with his food? He's got to be. He must have had a Dawnbreaker there, surely. He's got to be playing. He must have had that kill there. He definitely didn't miss the Dawnbreaker. Unless he's running some weird ulti for fun. I don't know. Restore now on True Story. So True Story has a good opportunity to try and stick some heat up. Not only a defensive ulti, but he's also going to have guaranteed extra crit damage when he's critting there. That is a nice bonus on the damage. Unfortunately, he doesn't capitalize on any of that. And Cody is back on the onslaught. This is not good news for our Sorcerer, our Nightblade friend. There's the dunk. Doesn't quite get the kill. Well done to True. He does get a beautiful block there. But like I mentioned before, True doesn't really have his way out. He only runs Heal Ward as his shield. No, he does have a second shield. I take it back. But he doesn't seem to have much healing CP, and he's not getting very big heals when those heals are going off. That's a major problem because it leaves you on the defense a lot. I really value the heal CP more and more these days. And yeah, it's a rough day for our Nightblade because of that and the class matchup.